So, hello everybody, welcome to the midterm of Grow, the biggest student startup competition in Germany. I'm Merve and I will be one of the moderators of tonight. And my co-moderator is, as usual,
Sarah. So I'm very happy to be here again with Merve, and I'm really looking forward to a really exciting day.
So we're also having an awesome scenery here in back of us. We are at Good Spaces in Karlsruhe, a very beautiful co-working spaces who are sponsoring us for this year's of Grow. We are happy to be here live with our delighted jury members. Thank you all for coming. We will return to them after introducing what are the game rules of today. So we could warm up a little bit. Can we?
Yes. So let's just start right in the agenda of today. So of course, after we introduce our amazing jury here, we will also give you a short introduction to the rules of today, how the pitches will be like. And then we have 3 rounds of pitches because we have more than 30 teams joining us today. Of course, we will have some breaks in between. They will be desperately needed, I'm pretty sure. Yes. And then around 8, we will have the coming together of the jury. So we will see who made it to the finals.
Yeah, we have, as Sarah stated, more than 30 teams. Actually, what is very significant and important to know about is only 10 teams are going to make it to the big final, which is going to take place on the 31st of January in KIT Audimax. Everybody is invited, definitely for sure, and more infos will be shared after the pitches, actually.
Right. And now let's come to the very important part of today, the jury.
So welcome again from my side. I have 4 jury members for today. I would like to ask them to introduce yourself a little bit, and as a small warm-up, if you read a book in the last couple of months, which book have you read and what was the most important thing about it? So I would like to start with Professor Stork. Can you please introduce yourself?
Okay, my name is Wilhelm Stork. I'm professor of electrical engineering at KIT. And to describe myself, I make innovative research. No? And I did, meanwhile, 15 startups with around 500 jobs meanwhile. So this is maybe the most important what I should tell about.
So thanks for being here.
Okay, and the book I have reading, in fact, I don't read that much books, but the last one I think was from Piketty, The Capital.
Cool. Cool. Thank
you.
To be
honest, first I thought maybe we should extend it to a year or something.
Yeah,
because
maybe.
Sometimes you just want to read a book, but there's no time left. So
that's true.
Yes,
that's true. So, Dr. Funk?
Okay, my name is Gerda Frank. I'm an industrial engineer from KIT. In former times, I was working for Deutsche Bank for about 10 years. Corporate banking and investment banking, and after that I was responsible for investments at a big business angel here, making negotiations with the startups. I was head of Center for Entrepreneurship in KIT and was running the accelerator UpCat. And in the last years I was CFO of several startups, helping them to get finance. At least there was a Series A with 20 millions. And the other side is I'm part of Cyberforum and help startups with mentoring and financing.
Great.
And the book is, well, that's a mission-driven. I was reading a book, Grenzen des Wachstums of Club of Rome, 72, when I was studying. And now they built the next book. It was on algorithms from MIT. They continued this. It's Earth for All, at least. in '72, it was the first time that this book showed us the frontiers, the limitation in the climate crisis. And now, after 50 years, they used the same methods and continued with that ideas. And that's rather interesting. However, it's also rather hard.
I can imagine.
I can imagine.
But it's really a good book. And Club of Rome is something that is really good technically.
Yeah, thank you so much for the short introduction. Then Mr. Michael Becker, welcome. It's nice to have you again here after last year as well.
Thank you very much. Yes, it's now the 4th time that I'm here.
Okay.
With Bro, so it's a pleasure to be here. My name is Michael Becker. To myself, I studied business administration in Mannheim, then MBA in Toronto, and after that I became trainee at Allianz Insurance, which I represent today. After a couple of years, I became director at the house of Allianz, but 15 years ago, I founded my own business here in Karlsruhe. So I have my own company here with 20 employees. We do risk management for companies, support a lot of startups here. And I know Gerda quite well from a lot of projects together. And I'm also here mentor and business angel at Cyberforum Karlsruhe. So I'm quite connected here in the startup scenery in Karlsruhe, and really enjoy to be here in the jury again.
Yeah. And the book?
The book. Normally I read at vacation, at holiday, and I think it was Grease-Knockerl-Affäre, a thriller. It's not very highly sophisticated like Gerda had the book here, but it's funny. So Grease-Knockerl-Affäre in English.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. And Philip, nice to have you here as well.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm Philip. I work at Jonas, and I own the startup program for the group globally. So I try to understand how we can support startup in each market and how business ideas can grow into a scalable, scalable business that is sustainable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the book?
The book is Thinking Fast and Slow by Cayman. I think it's quite
cool.
known in leadership.
Yeah.
I'm still on it. I haven't finished it yet, but
All right.
I'm in the middle of it.
Okay.
To be honest, this is impressive because I have it, I started to read it, and then I used Blinkist, to make it shorter. Yeah.
Then I guess the next step is how the pitches are going to proceed, right? The timings and so on.
Right. Yes. So for the pitching, we have a fixed time of 2.5 minutes, and we already told the teams that they have to stick to that time, otherwise they get minus points, which they don't like. So the last time we were really strict because we started clapping immediately when the time was over. Today we won't do that because they have it in mind already, but like after 20 to 30 minutes we also have to start that because we have a lot of teams here. So teams, please stay in this time. It's really important for you. The time starts when you start talking. So just start, don't ask us, just go in the flow. And then it is followed by a Q&A session, which is around 1.5 minutes. And don't worry if you have the feeling, okay, I really have an important question and it's like 30 seconds just left, you can still ask it and they're also allowed to answer. So this we can extend a little.
Exactly.
Anything else to say?
I guess the criteria, how the jury is going to give points, obviously.
Yes. So let's get into here.
So the most important part about is what you have achieved in the last 6-7 weeks of Grow. Which workshops did you taken that we are going to see, obviously, in your pitches? Have you built up a new team? Have you did a first prototype? Did you think about your business model? It will be the main criteria to give points with the jury. And then obviously the problem solution fit. How did you understand the problem? And did you comprehensively work on it to develop and fitting solution to it, and of course how the quality of the idea, how innovative is it, and then obviously market and competition. What makes you different? What is your magic sauce in comparison to the other teams that we have in the market solving or tackling the same problem currently? Of course, team and pitch. How did you develop your pitch? The timing, obviously, and are you covering every topic which a startup needs to cover among your teammates? Do you have the team which is ambitious enough to go into the final? Then we will decide for the 10 most hardworking teams which have accomplished a lot in the last 6 and 7 weeks of Grow. For the journey continues for them till 21st of January with other workshops that we're going to give. But for the others, I think the journey never ends when you find a startup. And we will also mention, me and Sarah, what can you do in Karlsruhe ecosystem in Baden-Württemberg to continue, even though you have to say goodbye to the journey of Grow.
Right. And I would say, we talked a lot. And I think what we all want to see are the teams. So let the pitches begin, I would say, right?
Yeah, definitely. We have teams outside, but we will be also, with the good support of our technical team, dialing online via Zoom to our teams. And the first team coming in, as far as I know, is already in here, in the back panic room, we call it, as an insider joke of the team. So team First Vision, as far as I've seen currently on my board, are they ready in the back room?
Are there any news? You can see we just try to keep it going, so no worries, it will be smoother. We're searching.
So they're also here currently. They're bringing their prototypes as far as I can see.
Wow.
Boys, would you like to come here, maybe?
Okay, perfect. Who
All
wants
right.
the presenter?
We both.
Okay, perfect.
Good luck. So when you start talking, the time will also start.
Okay.
One question, where can we put the prototype?
You can place it in between.
Can we put it on top of the Grow?
Well, if you just don't knock it over, I think that's doable.
I mean,
Maybe
we can just
on
put
the
it on the
O
floor.
in here or on the floor.
Here.
Put it on the floor. It looks better.
All right.
Maybe on the floor is more secure. Yes. All right.
Okay, I just have to make sure that I don't kick our baby.
All right.
Yeah.
Stage is yours.
Oh.
Sorry.
Yeah, so good afternoon, everyone. We are here to revolutionize hazard control industry. What we aim to do is to enable our first responders with the best possible technology they have to limit damage. Of the many products that are going to come, our first product, Firefly, aims to help our firefighters. Let's go through some facts before we talk about our product. 660,000 hectares of forest cover was lost to fires. We have almost 1 billion euros, more than 1 billion euros in domestic damages, and our government spends 0.5% of its total expenditures for fire protection. These are our standard fire scenarios our firemen walk into, and the sad part is it still requires human presence in hazard to limit damages. What we aim to do essentially is provide them with instantaneous surveillance and response actions, but my friend Deepak would explain.
Okay, we go forward. Talking about the market and research, European government spent 32 billion euros in 2020 for just fire protection. Drones have proven themselves as an excellent technology for carrying heavy payloads and for surveillance. Talking about the drone industry for firefighting, it is estimated to be by 2023 it's going to be 2 billion invested in just drones for firefighting. This is Firefly, our unique solution for firefighting. As you can see, it's going to be a modular hazard control modular drone. So it's going to have two modules. One module will be shooting firefighting balls from outside of the building to the inside of the building, which can help you with the high skyscrapers. One module will be for the surveillance. Here are our progress. The module 1 is our pilot module. We have already built a basic prototype for it. We are currently on the optimization part of it. The second module, which is our future upcoming module, we are currently under the development phase of it, and we are thinking of to incorporate different sensors into it and taking the valuable feedbacks from the expert in the field, what exactly they want from it. This is our project portfolio for the future. We are currently focusing on the crisis response, which is Firefly, which we talked about. Medical response will be our future vision. Rescue operations, autonomous industrial drones, disaster management are also one of the possible fields where you can work. And thank you for your time. Here you have questions, if you have.
Thank you very much. Can I shortly have you there? Because we have a camera there as well for the jury.
Oh, sorry.
So congrats, first of all, for your awesome pitch. And I would like to turn to jury again. Do you have any questions for the team?
Yes.
Is the first market, is that fire in the forests, or is it the cities, or what are you approaching?
We are looking at cities at the moment.
Okay, because there's recently one was a satellite for forests,
Yeah.
forestry. Okay, and you want to start with this Luftflammenlöscher?
Yes.
And how to do that? I didn't understand.
Actually, this is a shooting mechanism that we are trying to make. There are quite few available in the market, but there is nothing very strong that can independently work by itself. So we thought of, these are fire extinguishers bolts. What is they are available to do is, if you throw them in a fire, they will kind of make a small explosion which sprays the powder and they will reduce the flames. If someone in proximity of this ball inhales it, he's fine because it's no problem to him. One ball is equal for 5 meters square, so quite few will be able to stop the flames, not the fire, but that's how we are thinking to do it.
Can you tell us something about the price model?
Yes, actually.
All right. So our product comes in 3 modules. So we have a surveillance module, a drone, and this flame retardancy mechanism. With these 3 together, it will come around 15,000 euros.
We are thinking as a service model also, and we are thinking to sell it, like for example, to institutions so that they can work by themselves.
Who would be your customer?
The cities.
Like firefighters, we are the one we usually take interviews with. They are interested in having such a device, especially in Europe. They said it's regulated market, but soon it's going to be open, so it's going to be one of the biggest, as drone industries in Europe is accountable for 30% around the world. And it's regulated, so there is not much you can say.
And in the future, when autonomous flight is allowed, we intend to get it into the institutions as well, so that they can have completely autonomous firefighting drones in their institutions. And whenever there's a fire, you don't have to call the firefighters. This can do it automatically.
Last question, have you worked together with the fire protection unit here in Germany? Or
Yes, we are currently talking to various fire departments, having interviews. Also, we have almost lined up a test kind of a thing with them.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
So, good.
So, thank you for your answers and the questions from the jury. We need to proceed. It's in Grow, it's faster than washing your hair, obviously. So, thanks so much. Good luck. And hopefully we will see you in the after party.
Yes, definitely.
So, next team. I already see them, so maybe we could have them already team straight up, I think.
Yes.
We're tackling the technical issues, obviously, as you can see, opening up your slides. Here's the pointer. And good luck. When you see your slide, you can start.
All right. Our society has a huge problem. Over 570 million people worldwide. Oh, sorry. Pitch straight up as this. All right, we're good to go. Our society has a huge problem. over 570 million people worldwide are suffering from back pain. And alone in Germany, we have 38 million medical treatments each year. This is insane. So what's the cause? Any physiotherapist will tell you, we spend too much time sitting, we don't have enough active movement, and we're not aware of our posture while working or lifting things. And this problem is going to increase, so it's time to act. Because of sick leave, we have an average of 12 billion euros of economic loss each year, and another 9 billion euros caused by the medical treatment costs. Our government and our companies took notice and invest around 3 billion euros each year into prevention and protection of health. On top of that, the D2C market for smart sensor-integrated clothing is estimated at around 240 million euros. Now, naturally, some companies have invested products trying to feed that market. But most of these products fail at establishing healthy habits because they only enforce a position rather than remind. Now, the few smart systems out there, they only rely on measuring the angle of the upper body rather than measuring the shoulder position, which is in fact the key indicator for upper body posture.
Now, here's our solution. Straight up, the tool to improve your posture sustainably. The core concept is to detect the user's posture and remind them in case of slouching. To guarantee accurate detection, we measure each shoulder movement directly and precise using a novel sensor system. The feedback, well balanced on the user's health and fitness state, is granted as a gentle tap at the back. In addition, we build an ecosystem consisting of an embedment in healthcare programs in collaboration with physiotherapists. Our app provides suitable exercises and allows the user to track their progress. So, early 2022, we started developing our technology together with a physiotherapist and already filed a patent. Since we joined the Grow competition, we developed a proof of concept regarding hardware, electronics, and app, as well as launching our business development. For the finals, we plan on reaching out to more customers, acquiring letters of intent, and enhancing our prototype's functionality. Our goal for next year is to qualify for Exist and come up with an MVP to pave our way for a successful market entry. That's it from us, and thank you for your attention.
So, can I have you a little bit to this side? We also have a camera for the jury here, I know. So I would like to turn to the jury. Please, here.
You showed the competition in the market, but I didn't really get the difference. There were some products already. Yeah?
Yes, so there's two different products out there right now. So one of them is the ones that actively hold your shoulders back. And that means that the person using this does not build up active back muscles. And the other ones, they only measure the angle of the upper body. So if I go forward with a straight back, it's going to say I'm in a bad position. And there's no other products out there that measure the shoulder position because this is what actually matters for the upper body posture.
Okay, and how do you do that?
We have integrated inside our textile, we have a shape memory alloy wire. And as we strain that textile, the wire will strain and the resistance changes. Right, so it's very simple, but it's very effective.
Okay.
Do we have other questions from the jury?
Why do you think these other products haven't developed the same methods or haven't, developed their own products into this new way of doing it?
Yeah. Okay, I think there's, as we can see right now, there are many startups and people tackling these problems and are inventing new stuff, but I think we don't completely know why they all rely on the measurement of the upper body angle, because it's on the first thing it's way more easy, and the second thing is that there's not yet a sensor system that is really cheap and effective and slim to measure the exact shoulder position, and that's why we can tackle this problem with a new sensor system.
Mm-hmm. I would be interested, who would be your customer, and is it the physicist, is it the end customer, is it somebody else?
Okay. So
and do you not need an admission as a medical device?
So regarding the medical device, we are probably planning to look forward to become a medical device with our product, as we aim for a very professional use because we have a very precise measurement and we can think of using it in therapy. But our plan is to develop the product and do a crowdfunding to bring the product as soon as possible to first D2C customers. But we really rely on the B2B market and think of company healthcare and government organization healthcare, as well as health insurances that will cooperate with us and probably buy these products from us for their employees or their people. And regarding this market, I think we can expand way more and it's way more attractive. But first, we also want to try to go to the D2C market to have fast customers.
Well, thank you so much for the detailed answers. Apparently, you're very, very prepared and could go for like another 15 minutes long, talk about your product, but I have to make a hard cut, unfortunately. Can I have the pointer? So, see you guys in the after party, hopefully for a beer. And thanks for the pitch. And thanks for the questions for the jury. Let's get a small applause.
Thank you very much.
So we would like to say goodbye to you for now, at least, so we can have the other team. Do we have the other team ready, if I may ask? Team Spiel? Sarah?
Maybe they're a little bit late. I'm so sorry. I missed you too. And let's see if our Team Spiel is here, because I got the notification that they might not be here. So we have a little time in between.
Well, let's check if Team Spiel is here. Otherwise, we already have a team who cannot be waiting enough to pitch. Otherwise, we will let them the time.
Yes, I would say then Team
Remand.
Yes.
So, Team Remand, come please to the stage. And
you got the clicker?
You have the clicker. We have your presentation. And when you start to talk, the time starts. Good luck.
Thanks. Thanks. Hey, we are Remand. We are the first to fully recycle concrete in Germany. The problems we are trying to fix with our innovation are well known. The cement industry is responsible for 8% of the global CO2 emissions. Furthermore, the production of concrete needs an enormous amount of sand and gravel. 54 million tons of concrete are needed in Germany alone to keep our infrastructure running. Currently, the construction industry is digging for resources, producing concrete, building houses, and finally demolishing the houses again. The old concrete is used as a filling material to get rid of the trash as cheap as possible. We make the first step towards the circular concrete economy of the future, introducing an environmental-friendly recycling method. After the concrete is produced, used, and demolished, the old concrete is processed in our recycling facility, saving millions of tons of sand, gravel, and CO2 emissions. We use the CO2 of a cement plant to process the old concrete. That makes it possible to separate the different components. The recycled sand and gravel is sold for the production of new concrete, and the calcium carbonate is sold for flue gas desulfurization facilities. We estimated the market size at about 5.8 billion euros for the recycled components. The prices for sand and gravel are estimated to rise about 15% per year, and there's the possibility to save up to 480 million euros in EU CO2 regulation costs. Why Remand? Because we are the first to really recycle and upcycle concrete with our environmental-friendly CO2-saving process, which needs no chemicals apart from water and CO2. What have we done in Crow so far? I started in Crow with only the idea of the chemical process. After the kickoff, 3 more skilled members joined me. We think that a smart, affordable, and reliable process is the key, so we focused mainly on the technical aspects of the process, involving calculations, design discussions, and patent research. In addition, we studied the market situation, and developed a reliable business model. Until the finals, we want to advance with our laboratory experiments and build a working prototype of our recycling reactor. We are very excited about the upcoming weeks and would love to tell you about our progress in the finals. Thanks a lot for your attention. Thanks.
It was right on time. Very interesting. So let's go over to the question and answers.
I would be really interested. This is a topic. There is a lot of money in the market for this topic. So where is your competence? How far? What are the competences in the team to realize this?
Yeah, so we are on the technical side. all of us. So we are engineer or chemical students, and we are very interested in this team and in this field. And we think when we are focusing on this, our power, we can manage this. And also, we don't do this alone. So we want to get to a bigger company and get help from them, and just want to initialize this new project.
But in general, our expertise is on the technical side, and we already are used to build small plants like this, or small technical
Did you
devices.
make a demonstrator or something like that?
Yeah, we're currently developing, yes. So right now we're running some laboratory experiments, but our goal is to present like a real working reactor in the upcoming weeks. Yeah, this is what we're aiming for in Grove. Yeah.
Looking forward to this.
Yeah.
We have another question, maybe?
Do you have any companies you're working together, like in the cement industry? I mean, there are a lot of companies here around.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not yet, because we first want to prove the concept, and then we want to look for partners.
But yeah, like Futury is one partner. They will probably help us to network and have some great contacts soon. Yeah.
Sounds great. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Thank you.
So, see you at the after party, I would say.
Yeah.
And then let's continue with other team.
Yep.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us. Yeah. Thanks.
Do we have the other team ready maybe this time?
Yes,
I don't know.
let's see. I can see here Team Delgado. So, time already running. I think this is not the case.
Yes, now they're here, arriving.
Just
yeah,
come
please
to us.
come. Hi.
And don't be worried, like the timer is already...
Yeah, no
So
problem.
we will reset it.
Yes.
So you know the pointer?
Yes.
We're tackling the situation that we share your presentation.
Okay.
And then when you see the presentation and when you're feeling ready, you can start.
All right, okay.
All right, good luck.
Yes.
Thank you.
Just to give you the startup feeling, you know.
Yeah, it's already challenging.
Sorry, which company are you from? Like
Delgado.
Delgado.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi. Thank you.
Yeah, I can see it coming.
Yes. If we can make the presentation a little bit bigger, that would be amazing. Yes.
Amazing.
Good luck.
Thank you. I can start?
Just
Yes.
start.
Okay, all right, ladies and gentlemen, no game, no fame. My name is Khan, and I'm currently responsible for the business and software development of our idea. I'm also happy that recently Beza joined my team. She's currently helping me to improve the user experience of our application. And speaking about the application, we are currently working on a social media platform which is called Delgado. And Delgado is an app that fully focuses on the creation of challenges of all types. The challenges are created by private users for entertaining purposes or by companies for commercial purposes. There's also a financial difference. Whenever a company decides to create a challenge, then they have to pay. Either they pay per challenge or they use a subscription model. Behind every challenge, there's a voting system. So in the end, the audience is actually choosing who is the best of the best. And the winner of a challenge gets a reward, and this is defined by the challenge organizer. So to make it more clear, let's say Ferrari is looking for a new SUV design for a potential one. Then for that purpose, they can create a challenge, and people who are interested, they can participate and share the ideas. And in the end, Ferrari exactly knows which is the best design because it was chosen by the audience. And among the audience, Ferrari might have existing customers or potential new customers. Since we talk about a social media platform, we already tackle a big market. So just to give you some numbers, we have billions of people using social media, and more than 80% of the companies use it for commercial purposes. And whenever there's a big market, we have competition. What we do is we divide the competition into two areas. So we have the classical social media apps on one side, and we have the challenge-based applications on the other side. So the social media apps, they don't have a real challenge concept because there's no winner, there's no reward, and it's not time limited. And on the other side, the challenge-based applications,
they lack the social entertainment. So it's just really about solving a problem. What we do is we merge both functionalities into one shared platform, into Delgado. That's our USP, and that's our presentation. Thank you very much.
So, thanks so much. For the pitch, we're looking forward for the questions from the jury, I would say.
Okay, sure. Yes, please.
So maybe would you think that Ferrari is allowing, let's say, some community to decide which one is the best design?
There are already companies which create challenges on social media, so it's not something new that companies tend to create challenges. What we do now is we go a little bit further. We enlarge the whole challenge concept so people can share the ideas. And now coming to Ferrari, they don't have actually nothing to lose. They can choose the best design, they can get some kind of inspiration, but in the end they can still think, okay, we didn't like it, and we just go proceed with our own decision.
Isn't there, who is the competition? I remember to have seen things like that.
The competition, so nowadays it is already possible to create challenges, for example, on TikTok or on Facebook, like the good old times with the Ice Bucket Challenge. So this is one of our competitors, like the social media apps, but we also have classical challenge-based applications which just solve a problem of a company where the audience is actually not included into the decision. So we have...
I didn't understand the difference, like between all those challenge-based platforms and your company. You said social entertainment is a difference. Can you explain it a little bit?
Yes. For example, if you have a look on the right side on the challenge-based applications. So we have, for example, Xim as a competitor. What Xim does is they describe a challenge and the people just solve it. But then there's no social interaction because me as an audience, I can't really give a comment into the participation. I can't give a like. I can't share the content.
All right. Thank you so much
Thank you.
for your pitch and definitely detailed answers. Thank you so much to the jury for the interesting questions. But we have to go on, unfortunately.
Yeah, sure.
See you
Thank
later.
you. Yes, thanks for the feedback.
So, Team Vehiculum, if I'm pronouncing it correct. Yes. Please come over. Don't be shy.
Here.
So you know how to use the pointer. When you're feeling comfortable, you can start anytime. The timer will be set.
Resetted, yes.
Good luck.
Yeah, thank you. We are Vehiculum, and our goal is to create an easy and sustainable way of daily commuting. Now, right now, 68% of working people are still using their car to travel to work. And right now, on average, only one seat is occupied, the driver's seat. So that's very expensive, not sustainable, and creates a whole lot of other problems. Now, we intend to solve this problem with a carpooling app that connects people driving to work. But why should you choose Vehiculum over other solutions? Well, other solutions like BlaBlaCar, they don't focus on the use case of driving to work every single day. They're more if you maybe want to hitch a ride for long distance. So the customer needs other features for that use case, and that's where we want to come in and focus on daily commuting with as little clicks, communication, and hassle as possible. Now, our customers are mainly working people and students who drive their car to uni. So we expect our market to be around 30 million euros in the next 3 years. That's our sum. And we want to build a user base and enter this market by doing a beta test and then partnering with companies and universities to create a stable user base. Now, does this idea actually work? Well, we actually did a survey with around 200 people to find out if people would use our solution and what the reasons are why they aren't using existing solutions yet. We then took the answers, created a proof of concept in which we manually matched people to create carpools, and then we automated our process by building an app. Here you can see our fully working prototype. Our USP is also implemented that you can upload a calendar, and in that calendar, which you will maintain anyways for work, we will match you based on when you start and end your work. So we started Grow with just an idea. And we developed a proof of concept, a prototype, and in the next steps, we want to acquire partners for beta testing and do the beta test. Thank you very much, and feel free to get in touch. Yes?
Okay. 10 years ago, oh, it's more than 10, in 2009, I had a startup called Pocket Taxi. No? We are aware of that, no?
Pocket Taxi, we haven't heard of them during our research.
It's too long ago.
I don't know if they're existing, still existing.
They don't exist anymore, because at the end, the idea was at least the same so far as I see. And there was some support here in KIT and also by Siemens and so on, because they had the idea to reduce the number of parking spaces and stuff like this.
Yeah.
But at the end, people didn't really use it. So what do you think, what is maybe today different to that for, let's say, 10 years ago?
Yeah. I mean, we got the idea by like asking ourselves what we can do better, because we had the same problem. So what we did is like, we did a survey asking people, and the main point is that as a driver, it takes time away. When you drive to work, it takes time away. So the value you create, the value you save by splitting the costs, for example, for gas, that has to be more than what you put in or what you lose in time by taking other people with you. So that's where we put our focus on. Yeah.
Looking into company structures, HR processes and stuff, why shouldn't the company do it themselves? Are you thinking about white labeling it and selling the solution to universities and companies to do that in their branding, or are you?
Yeah, I mean we think that's a pretty good idea, because like you can brand like give it to them and brand it, but we also intend to give companies like an API where they can maybe like track their emissions data from their employees, how much they are saving. But like we also want that anyone can use the app, and not only people from that one company.
Okay.
But if you want to go to the market, you have to get a lot of money to get into the market for advertising and so on.
Yeah,
that is quite a big thing. So
that's why we want to
build
build
to go with
a base.
companies. That's quite a good idea.
Yes.
Good.
So I would focus on white labeling the solution and selling it to HR departments so they can offer it to their employees, and you do all the infrastructure behind it.
Yes, definitely.
So you can definitely continue talking with Philip about white labeling it. But we have to proceed with the other team. Thank you so much for being here, giving all the answers to the jury. Good. I would like to ask kindly for the pointer and see you guys afterwards, I would say.
Yes.
Great.
Thank you.
So, who's the next team?
I think it's Gründer werden. So please come on stage.
So, here you go.
You took the topic of growth.
Yes,
yeah, exactly.
It will be really interesting.
So, all right. Hi, my name is Max, and I'd like to present you the idea of Gründer werden. It's about a thing that probably connects all the people that are here today, and it's the urge of self-realization, freedom, and starting a business. So, I'm creating an online platform to support all the founders before and after the founding or their foundation. In average, founding process, for example, of a GmbH takes about 6 to 8 weeks, wasting time, looking for information, tutorials, and waiting and arranging appointments, for example, like for a notary. So I'm offering a smooth startup process with all information, instructions, and I'm arranging all appointments that you need. For those who already founded a company, they can submit their wishes online and receive an appointment with an ideal specialist like a designer, a videograph, or a marketing agency. But how is this possible? It's possible with the close partnership with a lot of partners in Baden-Württemberg. So I'm working with lawyers, notaries, tax consultants, business banks, insurance companies, and all kind of marketing companies. let's have a short look in the market. In 2021, there were 75,000 new foundations in Baden-Württemberg. Most of them were only part-time, but that doesn't affect my business since they found like anyone else. In this market is also only one competitor who provides only the step-by-step instructions without the appointments, the tutorials, the templates, the network, or the service of support after foundation. And still, they were able to sell 1,000 assisted foundations in the first year. So, my journey. When this workshop started, I created a data set of about 500 possible partners, and 16 out of 19 partners confirmed the cooperation. So I'm now working on a website. I'm creating all the content that I will provide, and my plan is to offer to all the Grow members to try my service for a third of the price to test the prototype. Thank you very much.
So, any questions?
Who's gonna pay you?
Yeah. So example, if you pay, like if you found, they pay me. For example, for a GmbH. They pay a price, and in this service is not included that the other payments like for a notary. So the service for me is to arrange all appointments, get all informations, and then I will send them, for example, for an attorney, and they have to pay the attorney as well. So I'm only like a secretary for them. And for example, for the after foundation support, it's for the customer completely free. I'm arranging the appointments, and if and only if the customer buys an image film from a videographer, I receive a small amount of percentage. So for the customer, it's completely for free.
Looking into competitor markets, how do you see incubation programs that are rising on every corner of every city as a competition to your services before a startup is founded, and accelerated programs for after the company is founded? Because all they do is training, providing information, and setting up and opening their network.
Yeah, so what's exactly is the question?
How do you see a competition to that, to all these incubation programs that are locally in cities?
So I see the only competitor, as I said, is like a large company who only does the instructions and like no other services, like the service like the who arrange appointments, that is existing only once in Germany.
Okay, and the incubation programs you don't see as a competitor?
What does incubation mean? I'm sorry.
So if you have an idea, Grow as an incubation, basically. You have an idea, you go there, and they found the company, they provide you with all network and all the information, and then you found the company, and there's an accelerated program where you get into, and then they help you grow.
Yeah, so for sure, this is like all informations or like these helpers. I mean, you can in fact build your own company without my support, but it's like a way easier and safer and faster way to grow, to found. Sorry.
All right, I have to set a point here. Thank you so much. But don't go away. I have a short question for you.
Yes.
When they're taking care of the microphone situation back there, how does it feel like for you to be a single founder, like as in you don't have a team, I think, at least? How was the journey for you?
Yeah, it was pretty exciting actually. So I was in a movie company before, and then in cooperation with the movie company, we created the idea. But they had their business, so I was like, all right, then it's now my time.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think you can also take your actions independently, without asking anybody. Sometimes it could be hard to have exchanges, maybe.
Yes.
Did you also have a mentor during Grow? Did you have a relationship with him or her?
I had, but unfortunately he didn't answer.
Okay, sadly.
Yes.
But you can still find maybe tonight somebody who's very interested in your project.
I would love to have a chat with you, maybe.
Already did the matchmaking.
Yes.
Right? Okay, thank you so much for being here and asking also my questions, right?
Sure.
So, welcome back to the midterm of Grow. We're excited to have the second batch of the pitches from 35 teams in total, as far as I know. But who's the next team, Sarah?
So the next team is Lucid, and we're looking forward because we already had an amazing first round of pitches. So welcome, Lucid. I think you're joining us online, right?
Hi, I'm Vincent from Lucid, and Western societies are more polarized than ever. Both sides are fighting for their own truth. In the next slide. It's harder and harder to get information for normal citizens. Information in news articles, social media, or documentaries are often not suitable to form a rational opinion. Especially young people are looking for political discourse online, but social media is not suitable for the task. We want to enable everyone to become an informed citizen. With Lucid, you can share, build, and test your own opinion. And it's based on fundamental statements that are connected logically. We are a team of 2 KIT students who are passionate about politics. We are addressing a market of politically interested people under 35. In Germany, that's like 15 million people. Worldwide, that expands to 750, roughly. We reach, for now, young professionals and students and gaming-affine people under 35 on different social media channels. Compared to our competitors, we don't not only offer structured pros and cons, but more like advanced logic. And we do that web and mobile. We want to be the best solution for rational debate online. So far, we focused on finding customers, finding corporations, and further building the front end. And we already saw some traction. 30% of the people I contacted visited our landing page, and 5% of that subscribed to our waiting list. Additionally, we found a YouTuber who is interested in a corporation with over 18,000 subscribers. So we see a clear path to market. There's a lot more to come. We want to build an MVP, acquire a partner for monetization, and conduct customer interviews. Let's build a rational world together. Thank you for your attention.
Well, thank you, Vincent.
On the next slide.
Due to technical, let's say, hard times in the back of the scenes, I hope I also did a good job by clicking on the same slides when you were speaking.
I missed it only once. Right now.
Well, I will do it definitely better next time in the final, I promise. But I have to turn to jury for the questions now.
Can you click one more time?
Yes, can we please refresh the time? Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
Yes, please.
So, may I ask, how would you find the logic? So what is truth or what is fake? This I don't get understood.
It's not about necessarily finding, oh, this is fake news. Of course, there has to be some moderation, and if it's like really factual wrong, then yeah, it has to be monitored. But it's more like seeing all the different arguments. This argument says pro, this argument says cons to a statement, and then deciding for yourself what you believe, what you understand, what logical step you understand, and then building your own worldview with that. Yeah.
Okay. So providing different opinions for the same subject. No?
Yes, for the same statement. So we want to have unique statements. That's what I mean with advanced logic. Like we have a unique statement, and if you want to decide is that a true statement or not, you just go there, see the statement, and then you see all the pros and cons.
How are you gonna verify if it's a real person or a bot or a troll answering these type of things? How's your?
I mean, there has to be, of course, like heavy moderation, like on Twitter, like it should be on Twitter, and but it's that's one part. But also, it's not about the person who says something. It's about what he says or what the person says. So if a bot says a statement which is not which is BS bullshit, then people can argue this is bullshit because of this and this, and then you have already you have maybe a false or faulty statement, but you already see, okay, that's why it's wrong. So you know what is wrong and why.
Okay, this works if you have one bot. What do you do if you have within an hour 200 or 1,000 bots?
Yeah. So there's a normal moderation, like on Twitter, when there are bots, you have to detect them, of course, and delete them, of course. Yeah. And also, if something is factual wrong, it has to be flagged, and there's a big need, of course, for moderation still, like on Twitter. But this is in the next steps. For now, we focus on would people use it and finding some customers. Yeah.
All right, I have to unfortunately make a hard cut because the next team is already waiting and they're smiling at me. Guys, please come forward and bring also your prototype as far as I've seen in the backstage.
And thank you, Lucid. So,
here you go.
Presenter is yours.
Presenter is yours, and you can stand here basically for the perfect camera angle, you know? Yes. If you have a favorite slide or not, I don't know, but...
Okay, let's go.
Yes.
All right, we are here to boost the circular economy. We're the climate tech startup Mardeka, and we want to do it with algae in the sea. As you know, we have two big problems right now. The first one is all the CO2 in the atmosphere, how to get it back, and the second one is that we still want to have resources to get on with our daily lives. Nature has some great innovation that's called plants, but unfortunately, there's not so much space on land left. However, there's lots of space at sea. That's why we want to construct nets, inoculate them with seedlings, and then give fishermen the chance to generate some income for them by harvesting them. And we will sell CO2 certificates because the plants take out CO2 of the atmosphere and biomass, which you can use for production or for energy. Who are we? When I first had the idea, I of course knew it's a huge task and I can't do it alone. And here at the Grow event, I found the perfect team with Juan, Konstantin, Georg, and Olga, who are also helping me to realize it with construction, design, marketing, finances, everything. And that's why Olga will take you through the next slides.
Thanks, David. So after our team formation, we have conducted research and 9 strategic talks with the Ministry of Economics. Our next plan is to do a laboratory prototype next year, after which then we will seek for funding. We will then build our first pilot in 2023, and after that we plan our first operation in 2024 and generate our first revenues. So what is our impact as Mardeka? As mentioned, we absorb CO2 from the atmosphere, and our decarbonization potential by 2050 is to remove 105 million CO2, 105 million tons CO2 per year. Our additional value is that we also generate 350 million tons of biomass. If we use that for power generation, it will be approximately 12,600 gigawatt hours that we produce. This is equivalent to approximately 1/4 of power generation from stone coal plants in Germany. We believe this will be a great success, so support us and be part of this renewable future. Thank you.
And these are freshly plucked
Point
from the nature,
landing,
if you want to
I
have a
would
look
say.
at the algae.
And we directly have questions, obviously.
How do you feed the plants? No?
That's a good question. They are fed by the light. You know, we do it offshore, and there's actually so much nutrients coming from the rivers and from humanity that they are growing just by being there.
So you have to do that at close to the coast.
We do it at mid-range actually. So because there's the 12 sea mile range where you cannot do anything, and after that there's huge space where also the wind energy is plants are built, and that's where we want to go.
How far are you with testing these processes?
We want to build the laboratory next quarter, so we're still at early stage. but we're very confident because of the literature research we did that we can realize it in 1 year.
How does the ship mention that there's a net or so? Isn't that a dangerous thing within the sea when there are a lot of ships?
The good thing is that there are actually signs.
Okay.
It's called buoys or tons, where the ships then know that there's some area where they should not go.
And how about the fish?
The fish, well, they can go through the algae and feed a little bit on it because it's actually creating a biotope. But they're not, because the nets, they are stationary, so they will not get tracked in and will not die or anything. It's just, they will just swim by.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much for the in detail answers. Thanks, Team Madeka. Thanks for the questions, dear jury. I would like to kindly ask for the pointer. You can do your commercial break. No worries.
Of course.
No, it stays interesting if it stays like a gift for the jury, or if you
just
take it.
Well, thank you.
I will take them with me.
Sarah, as a question, as a chemical engineer, it really excites me that we have so many circular economy and sustainability teams. But as an entrepreneurship expert like you, what do you think of the teams?
To be honest, I'm really amazed, and to just see the progress. So a lot of teams just build themselves, within grow. They met each other, maybe also here, and it's amazing how far you can go when you have the right environment, when you find the right people. Okay, our next team.
Boys, if you're ready.
So cash match, when I'm right. Whenever you are ready. We have one here. Just here.
All right.
Whenever you're ready.
So today, sponsorships are more frequent than ever before, but it's still very difficult to find a potential sponsor. You have low conversion rates, you have a high time consumption in general, and you still need to write personalized emails. And even then, you have to filter through your list of potential sponsors to find the ones whose values match up with yours. And then you have to maintain a relationship with them. But first, let's take a look at our competition. Sponsu is a sports events focused is a sponsoring focused marketplace for sport events. Upfluence is a platform focused on influencer marketing, and Surprise.ngo lets businesses sponsor public events. But now, what do we have to offer you? We have a platform that basically does the matching for you. You provide us with your organization's values and your target demographic and the volume of which you're looking for a sponsorship, and we find the right partner for you.
So software in general is just automating human tasks. So before developing software, we have to reach out manually. So, so we have to find the correct so we have to find companies. So we have to find companies and then try to figure out, and then use these companies, work together to find organizations and events which match their values, interests, and so on. But before reaching out, we have to think about what to offer the companies. So this could be recruiting events, brand building, or charity. And then we have to continuously improve, which means developing the software and start to automating processes to make the best sponsorship experience. And then lastly, let's take a look at potential roadblocks and pivots. So we have to go through entire problems of finding sponsorship in general. So we have to look for sponsors, and when finding sponsors, building relationships takes time and effort. And we have to build a brand and trying to figure out and gain market acceptance, which can be done by media coverage like Gründerszene and Finance Forward. I'm sorry. I'm very nervous.
Okay, thank you very much. So we come first for applause. And now it's time for question and answers.
Is there a technical background or some KI that is behind that you find the right sponsors and match them?
We can just match the interests from the events and organizations and map them with the of the companies. So we just have to map them and just look for the best match. So we don't have to we don't have to use a KI, just use the algorithm and match them. We don't have to use KI.
How did you come to the idea? Like, what was? Are you in a sports club or are you responsible for something?
I will be leading the externals team from Pioneer Garage in Lexington, and I was sitting in the cafe at Mattebau and was thinking about, wait, this is actually pretty hard to reach out. And I was doing, I started marketing the start of the year. And I know how hard reaching out to companies and government organizations is. Sure. So this was a pretty low-hanging fruit idea, I would say.
Okay.
We have another question? I guess not. Thank you, boys, for being here.
Thank you.
I'm pretty sure you will have very interesting questions afterwards and see you guys for a beer. But I would like to ask for the pointer. So, please. So the next team is
Swap Local, and they're joining online. So are you already here?
We also have a presence, as far as I know.
Okay, even better.
Even better. From here, please.
Great to have you here. Sorry, I got misinformed. So the stage is yours, and whenever you're ready.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes.
So yeah, my name is Amelie, and to introduce myself, I'm up for everything that has to do with design, marketing, architecture, economics, social affairs, and it's my partner Phil you can see here, and he is more into the financial and technical sphere, and prefers to stay more in the background, just like today. So I think we complement each other pretty well as a team. And another fact about me, I really like to get something new. Like, for example, a pretty nice dress. And, but I also never really know if I'm going to wear it frequently until I wear it at least once in public. But you know, after that, you can't return clothes, right? Unless you left the tag and you hid it. But yeah. So, the problem is that only 20% of people's, 20% of clothes in people's wardrobe are worn on a regular basis. And because people make mispurchases, they make impulse purchases and occasion purchases. You know, like when you need to attend an event, you need something special. You wear it once and afterward you just keep it safe and warm and you close it, right? So this is a real problem because you could instead reactivate this 80% and invent a circular fashion system like a local shared closet and rent clothes, and that's what we want to do to stay flexible and to save money and also to save space, of course, and gain money even, and to give clothes a longer life. Because, you know, the second-hand fashion market, and especially the rental fashion market, still is a niche market, but it's growing really fast as consumers want to act more and more environmental friendly, and that's also our core value, so it fits perfectly well with, yeah, the see, time is nearly over. It was really slow. But yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Where you skip? Oh, wait, there. Yes.
So please tell me something about the business model.
Yes. So maybe I can therefore go to the back of slides, like here. So yeah, the customer will make a subscription, But he also can, so we offer several models. And I think especially for the beginning, it's better to start with a B2B and B2C model and to cooperate with sustainable brands too, to add new shareware from sustainable brands to the second-hand collection. Because for own stores, of course, we need a really high starting capital, and it's really difficult to invent. But more and more brands right now are inventing themselves rental models. So right now would be a really good time to launch Swap Local, to offer them support and the tools to invent this rental model, and also to offer consumers a platform where they can use all the different brands' rental services via one platform. But in general, I really would appreciate to have own stores as well. And you would go there, and you have, of course, an app for an online closet catalog. So because we are local, you need these digital tools to support the local functions. So when you go there, you know already what you have online. So I think time is over.
Time is over.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Amelie.
Yeah.
So see you around.
Right, and we already have our next team.
As far as I know, it's online. If I'm right. Yes, I am right, according to the technical preparations in the background, as far as I can see in our fancy TVs. Senior?
Yes, finally. We already presented it earlier, but
exactly.
we didn't go into details. So, Senior, are you here?
Yeah, we're here. And can you hear me?
Yes, Peileen, hi.
Hello, and we have two persons to make the presentation. Is it possible to switch person during the presentation?
I guess regarding clicking slides, it's a little bit difficult, but I have the power somehow, and I can also support you if it doesn't work out.
Okay, and I will first try to control the slide.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, it works. And now, please give the seat to this Shimena. Shimena, we have another member. Yeah.
Yes.
Hi, Shimena.
Hi.
Yes, maybe we can put the Zoom picture a little bit smaller so the jury can see the presentation mainly, if it's possible. Yes, perfect. Girls, can you click again on the slide just to make sure that everything functions? Yes, perfectly.
Amazing.
Then you can start whenever you would like to.
Okay. We are a senior. Have you paid attention to the life of your grandparents or the elderly around you? Nowadays, our lives are full of uncertainty. With the pandemic, the relocation of clinics, the population aging problem is getting worse, and we're living in a society full of information. So how can we bring the current information of the world to the aging society to improve their lives and help with their daily problems? eSenior is a smartphone app which provides different services. eSenior is building an intelligent, society-aware community for senior people to support their daily life.
Now it's my turn. What can eSenior do? It works from three perspectives. The first is healthcare, like basic information record, GPS tracking, self-identification monitor, historical treatment record, work as virtual insurance card, and daily notification for senior users. And the second, social activities like shopping and appointment services, social information share, and event organizers and participants. And the last one is the family monitor. The allowed family members can use the app to take care of the senior people. And we also have different versions. The basic version provides only app and limited functions. And we provide two user interfaces to choose as senior user or their family members. And premium version will provide a wearable device to realize functions like self-identification and share real-time condition with their family members. In the future, we are also thinking about using electronic scheme patch to make everything easier and more efficient and stable. And now we're still working on market research, and after that we will optimize our product definition and structure again and build the new prototype. Then we will use the QFD and house of quality technologies to shape our ideal products. Then we start to develop the real initial products. And why we choose eSenior? Because electronic, easy, essential, and enjoy. And this is our team. We have 3 members right now. And if anyone is interested in our projects, just feel free to join us. And thank you very much for watching.
Thank you. Well, thanks, and sorry, apologies for my mispronunciation. It's eSenior.
Yes, I did.
You know, every startup has a very fancy name that I cannot pronounce every time correctly. But I would like to turn to the jury members. What do you think about eSenior, and do you have any questions?
Okay, so you have 3 different points. The first is health. The next one was social, and the third one was family contact, or did I remember?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think health is a big issue because you have to look at data security, stuff like this, no? So which is especially in Germany a big issue. No? Next is we have already such, let's say, like Facebook and something like that. So what is the difference for the social contacts? No?
You mean what's the difference?
Yeah, to Facebook, for example.
Yeah. Well, the first is the goal people is different. We face to the senior people. We just want to we want to transmit from the people, the senior people who don't use app or they don't use smartphone at all, to the people who use these things. So it's a transmit with these people. And it's not only a community like Facebook. It's more like to deal with the problems and solve their problems for senior people. It's our main goal. So, for example, just make friends or like something like that, or sell something. We do not that. We don't need that. We don't do that. But for example, some social activities like we want to help them. For example, online shopping or phone call shopping. Just take a phone and I want something, and somebody will do this for them. And also some, for example, social information share. For example, we there's the example. For example, relocation of the clinic. Sometimes the clinic will enter to another place. So this information should be shared to the senior people.
Well, thank you, Palin, for the very informative answer, I would like to say. But I have to say that I have to make a hard cut, unfortunately, here, because we're over time. Thank you for dialing in. Our next team is also online, as far as I know. And please also give a heads up if you're there already. We're trying to put your slides online here at Good Spaces. If I may restate again the name of our sponsor for the spaces. Product placement.
A little bit. We also tried it with the bottle around here. So when you look between the jury, you can see it. Beautiful.
Yeah, we have it also there.
Yes. So what's with the next team? Or should we maybe switch?
Is it for AB Graph PLM?
I think the technical team can tell us.
Yes. Artyom and Eve. As far as I'm seeing. Hey, Team Nail Polish, as I met them in the first days. Are you guys here?
They're here on stage. Okay. So we switch. Come here, please.
Come here.
Can I just fast check?
Yeah.
Yes, and here.
And here is the position.
You don't have a microphone yet?
No.
Okay, so we go, we'll take this one.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Arthur. This is Victor. He has a diploma in industrial design and knows how to manufacture and create a great team. I study entrepreneurship. I'm responsible for business economy, strategies, leadership, and sales. Our mission is to establish sustainability, gender equality in the cosmetic world. Yeah. The current cosmetic industry produces tons of garbage. The consumer has to pay that and can't even use the entire product. 35% of normal nail polish just evaporates, it's gone, you can't use it. 15% gets so thick, you won't get it out. So basically you bought toxic trash that you only used for 50% up. The solution is the world's first cosmetic ink pen. Just imagine putting a new cartridge with your favorite Artium and Eve nail polish color inside the cartridge. You pump and press this plug forward. So you fill up the reservoir and that contains the right amount for 2 average nails. Now you can intuitively paint your nails. And thanks for the plug, you can use the entire product. We will produce the pen through injection modeling and using only biodegradable and sustainable materials. Lars Berg is our strategic partner. He will fill inside the fluids in the cartridges. His powerful cosmetic network will provide us cosmetic designers and producers. We start with producing and selling our own unique nail polish that dries faster and covers better than the convenient one. Like that, we will gain market trust so that we can later switch to license-based model. Yeah, the process is patented, not just the product, the process is patented. We got Exi-Gründungsgutschein and a letter of intent of Christian Mönninger, who promised us 5 cartridges for the market entry. When growth started, we just had rough paintings. Now we celebrate the first CID mockups. We celebrate the first CID mockups. We have a lead list of 200 people. We fulfilled our supply chain, and I know how to calculate our carbon footprint. That's what I'm gonna do until the finals. I will calculate our carbon footprint. We will have 3D printed haptic mockups. Hopefully also a technical mockup. We will find new distributors and talk to influencers. Yeah, that's my team. Michael Schulz is my consultant. Marco Alt is my producer. Thank you. I'm open for questions now. Yeah.
Questions? Just keep it.
So, okay. So at least I have not really understood what is the product. You know, is this refillable cap for the?
Yes, it's the whole pen is the product.
The pen is the product.
First, we also will sell the unique nail polish that dries fast and covers better, and later we switch to license-based model.
Okay, and who is going to produce that? Is the 3D printing or what?
No, the 3D printing is just to see how it works. But Marco Alt will produce it for us, like the one in the right corner.
Okay, good.
Through injection modeling, yes.
Okay, so this is not so cheap, you know.
So the business model is exciting. The idea, I think, is a great idea.
Thank you.
But you have you change a market. You push into the market an absolutely new product. Who will be your partner? Is it just, I understood, Karstadt?
Karstadt is the first one, of course.
He's the first seller, is it right?
Yes, the first one we talked to. I mean, many people have interest, and we're also going to create an online platform, of course. Yeah.
And the business model will be to sell it by yourself, or?
Yes.
Yes.
At the beginning. Later on, we switch to a license-based model.
So good.
Right. Thank you so
very
much, Artyom, for being here. I'm pretty sure you will be excited to hear other questions afterwards. And where is our prototype, by the way? You promised us some prototype.
Yeah, as soon as we get that, it's the value of 12,000 euros to make a prototype. But we will have 3D mockups and technical proof until the finals. So, yes.
Okay, after the final, then we're getting it.
soon as
After
I get
you
there,
get the prize.
You will be the first one I will give it to.
Okay.
We see you then live on stage. Then he is handing it over to us.
Okay, thank you so much. See you later. You can go between the screens.
Okay, thank you very much. And now I would like to continue again here in presence with our next team. So please join me on stage. The clicker is yours.
Thanks.
And just here in the middle.
I just have to make sure that this thing works.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Perfect.
Yes, hello. I want you to remember the last time that you've met someone you were attracted to and wanted to date. You probably imagined what dating them would be like and what you would say to them to get there. And bam, next thing you know, the situation was over and you didn't manage to communicate your interest towards that person. I bet everyone knows these kind of situations. And this is where Simp comes into play. Simp is an app that connects real-life attraction in real time by showing you every other user who is currently around you within eyesight. So if you encounter someone you are attracted to, you can save your interest towards that person by liking this person's profile picture. The other person won't find out that you like them unless they like your picture in the app as well. Only then both of you will be notified and are able to chat with each other to set up a date. What we want to achieve with Simp is that people go out again, meet in the real world and decide based on real encounters whether they want to date someone instead of sitting at home on their couches, eating burritos and swiping through online profiles. Simp simply helps you to find out whether a person you like likes you back, regardless of the situation in which you've met. And with that, we make dating extremely transparent and efficient. Since Simp works best when all people in one place have the app, we want to grow our user base via events. Therefore, event hosts can create a Simp party in our app, which will be shown to all our users as a place where they can go to meet new singles easily. This way, we create a win-win situation where we get free promotion and users from the event of third parties, and they can separate themselves from their competition and have a platform to promote their events on to gain new customers. In terms of progress, the past weeks of Grow have been huge. Not only did we build our personal brand on TikTok, we also released our latest update where we optimized them for events. And most importantly, we're in the process of building our network of event hosts to start scaling Simp parties. In fact, next week on Friday, we have a huge pre-Christmas party at Hirschhof Karlsruhe, where you're all invited to experience the magic of Simp. And last but not least, who are we? My name is Mark, and I'm responsible for business development, partnerships, and marketing. My two co-founders, Niklas and Bertil, cover the whole product side. From the idea to the official release, it took us only 5 months. And with that pace, we want to create a world in which every mutual connection between two people is revealed, right from the start. Thanks for your attention.
Wow. Right on time.
So far I know, there is already an app on the market where you have Bluetooth communication, and you can in the database say, okay, this is my interest and stuff like this, and then make an ad hoc matching. You know? Is this something similar?
What is the app called?
At least I forgot, but I know because 10 years ago we tried to develop something like this, you know.
Okay. Yeah. So at the moment, I'm not aware of any competition that actually is on the market and working right now. So, yeah.
So when paying is let's say your partner, like the disco or something like that. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. And also you're talking about the pain. Yes. Also like for example, you're on a business event. You're talking business, and you can't really make a move towards the person you're interested in because it just isn't adequate in that situation. But still, regardless of the situation you're in, you can still develop feelings, and it would be a waste if these feelings are mutual and you can't discover it and build upon it.
This is a two-sided model, so you need the event partners and you need a lot of people.
The event partners are for us to grow our user base. So in the long run, we really wanted to work in real life, but with events, we already have many users at one place, and it's much easier to get them to use the app, and they immediately have a use case.
How do you get the users into the platform?
through different marketing ways and through the events with the eventers. For example, next week at Hirschhof, we are already on social media and so on, selling tickets and promoting the app. And at the event, we will promote the app and make sure that everyone has the app. Yeah.
So the app is free for the user.
Yes. So at the moment.
Thank you so much, Mark. We have
Thank
to
you.
continue with the other team. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, and the next team is already there. Please join us on stage.
Team athlete, as far as I'm seeing. You can stand here. It's already marked. And good luck.
Okay. Yeah. Imagine you're an athlete. You train every day. You dedicate all your time to your passion. You put everything you can into it to become the best version of yourself, to achieve that one goal you've been dreaming of your whole life. And then finally, all the effort pays off. At least that is how we and the athletes want it to be. However, the reality for most of them looks quite different. Equipment, training and traveling is expensive, and so professionals, even those who are among the best in their disciplines, are on continuous search for sponsorship, meanwhile making very little money on their own. This seems rather paradox to us, because the global sports market is gigantic, and people pay irrationally high amounts for merchandise and equipment. So we believe that there is a potential to improve the current situation of athletes. Our idea is to create a platform where athletes can capitalize their expertise as well as their unique experiences as professionals. Fans will have the opportunity to make single-time donations or to purchase monthly subscriptions to get access to specific content such as training plans, basic community functions, or even single-time coachings. From these transactions, we will deduct a 10% fee to cover our expenses and to create a fair profit for us as well as the athletes. As already mentioned, the sports market is gigantic. And so with even modest assumptions regarding conversion and willingness to pay, we can confidently state that there is a substantial market for our platform. We estimated the total addressable market to be about 5 billion euros. Regarding market participants, we face different kinds of competitors. On the one side, there are the social media platforms like Facebook or Instagram, but it is very difficult to make money there without a vast community. On the other side are subscription-based models such as Patreon. However, these are targeted towards musicians and artists, which means that the only sports-focused competitors are crowdfunding platforms such as Fairplay. So what we want to do is to fill a gap, or the gap, with a sports-focused platform which goes beyond single-time donation goals. Our next steps are therefore quite clear. We have to create a working prototype, get in touch with the targeted athletes, and create or develop the final platform with those who will actually use it. Now again, imagine you're an athlete. We see your problems and we believe to have a solution for them. We're an athlete, that is me, Joshua, Kilian, and Florian, all master students at the KIT with an expertise in economics and informatics. Thank you for your attention and we look forward to your questions.
Business model.
Mm-hmm.
How did you check the will to pay of the customers? Because I see quite a lot of athletes that are on Instagram, on Facebook, and they have the followers. And so young people follow them, and why should they want to pay for this?
So we see it from different platforms, so from all our competitors. The biggest one named Patreon, and we see there's a huge market there, and people want to support their favorite artists. So imagine you are into the sports of rowing, for example, or climbing.
Yeah.
Currently, there's no platform to support the top athletes or from people that go to Olympia, and we believe that people are willing to support those athletes because we see that at other platforms.
So am I right that there are some kind of sports that are not covered by a platform? Is that your USP?
Most.
Rowing or climbing, but there are other platforms that are working. So what's your USP compared to them?
So we pay attention especially to those sports who don't receive that much attention otherwise, especially those sports, rowing, climbing, swimming, for example. Mm-hmm. And we also see a market group in the mid-aged range group where people don't have a coach in their club, for example, and want to have like high professional training plans because they spend a lot of money in their equipment, but they don't know how to train properly.
All right. Thank you, boys, so much. See you afterwards. Can I have the...
Sure.
Yes.
Thank you.
Neva, I think I have to say it's really nice how diverse the ideas of our teams are, right?
Definitely from everywhere, every aspect in the entire industry, but also I see a lot of social entrepreneurship as well, and ideas that you can also use in your daily life.
Yes.
Which brings me to the point. Our next team is Mindine, and she's also here with a very interesting idea.
Yeah, so welcome on stage.
So let's start this with a question. How long is a drill used on average? What do you think? Well, the answer might shock you. It's only 13 minutes in an entire lifetime. What a huge waste. And the problem is owning is expensive and takes up a lot of space. Borrowing is inconvenient, unreliable, and time-consuming if you don't know the right people. We offer a sharing community platform like Airbnb just for products. On Mindine, we connect the lenders and borrowers. The market is huge. And good news, it's growing. Why? People care more and more about sustainability. And in a recession, they want to cut costs. Nowadays, we want to stay flexible and prefer access over ownership. You can see here the market share forecast for 2025, estimated 335 billion. So there are big challenges. So let's roll out our sleeves and get it done. We will start with power tools in Karlsruhe. This is local and only one category first. We will work with referrals and existing networks. To ensure our growth, we use gamification, a practical map, which you can use from everywhere, online payment, and yeah, for the lender, we offer an insurance for their staff, and for the borrower, we ensure that they have insurance. We use KYC, know your customer identification, and user reviews, and also a 20% fee later on, which we will divide in two. So how does it work? Log in, search for item, choose time frame, book item, done. I'm proud to announce our progress since kickoff. Since we started from zero, we have a high-fidelity prototype now. We built an awesome team and convinced local partners. After the midterm pitch, we will program the app and found the UG. I'm a former founder of Vietnam Destinations, a follower base with 165,000 followers. So I know how to build big communities. And we have a top programmer, Professor Dr. Lindstedt, and so on. Our project in Karlsruhe and nearby cities is this, and we have strong partners in the pipeline. Buying was yesterday. At the end of the day, I don't need a drill. I need a hole in a wall. Thank you very much. And yeah, I think I have some time left, but yeah, that's okay. Thank you.
Let's get into questions.
So who is going to pay? No?
Who's going to pay? At the beginning, I sold my all my share tradings to finance the first round. The private financing, just for patent and MVP, etc. And then we will have a public funding. I also talked with investors already. They are interested in it. And yeah, next question.
I mean, if the business is running, I have not yet understood.
I see.
So you have the exchange platform.
The fee is 20%, which we will divide in 10 and 10 for the lender and borrower. Mm. And also, we will upsell the insurance, where we get a fee too. Premium listings, where you can rank your listing higher. And affiliate marketing, and so on.
Mm. Okay. Mm.
Yeah, any further questions?
There's someone else in the market.
Yes, we are orientated we orientated in eBay Kleinanzeigen, Grover, Irento, and Sharely. Sharely is a very good sharing community in the Swiss, and also nebenan.de. But again, they don't offer our features. Any further questions?
You make the price like between the borrower and the lender, like they make the price, or do you set the price?
We also we can vorschlagen. We
propose.
We propose them, but at the end of the day, they decide.
They decide between each other.
Yes.
Okay.
Like on BlaBlaCar.
Yes. Okay.
You don't have to. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Okay, so we already have our next team here. Please join us on stage. So we can write continue. Please be here, and here you have the clicker. And as soon as you see your slides, you can just start talking.
So hello, we are Enchime, and we are changing the way we work.
My name is Manuel. I'm studying mechatronics at KIT and smart factory management, and with a strong leniency on machine learning.
And I'm Nick, and I study computer science at KIT. So as you can see, the market of finding a job is split up in the HR administration on the company side, in the job listings, in the networking and headhunting, and also in the job matching platforms.
And as you're probably familiar with, I think everybody's familiar with that, there's a lot of pains in the market. Well, for a company side, there's a war of talent, high turnover rates, and the hiring is extremely time-consuming. And for the applicant, there's really no status, it's no fun, and it's also extremely time-consuming. And our North Star at Enchime is we want to make it for everyone that they are able to work at different jobs simultaneously. For this purpose, we want to radically minimize the time spent in application.
So our solution is a matching where we match the humans and the companies based on their skills, on the existing team, and on a feature-rich profile.
And that all really comes to light in a combination with a direct channel. And by direct channel, we mean a real-time status between the both parties. So there's information for the applicant and information for the company.
So how does the matching work? Well, for both sides, we have a feature-rich profile, which, for example, for the company side includes the culture and the position and the area of the job. And for the human side, contains the interests and features we extract from the resume using natural language processing.
And in the direct channel, we have from the company side and basically an application status and all in one picture. No clicking, no anywhere, it's all in one frame. There is no communication required at this time, and it's real-time coupled with the job status from the applicant, and it's also all in one picture in combination with the received offers.
So our progress so far, before Grow, we didn't have anything. We started here. Now we have our website. We developed the system architecture and also the algorithm for the matching between company and human.
And our next steps will be feature brainstorming, which we want to bring to life in our finished MVP at mid of January, then partner and customer acquisition, and also a lot of marketing and feedback that will go into with our public release at the Grow finale, and then we will work on our MVP.
All right, thank you boys so much. I would like to turn to the jury for the next questions.
Thank you.
I don't know whether I got it right. I heard something to do jobs simultaneously. Is that right? Did I get it right?
That's our long-term goal. So it's increasingly more specialists in the job market, and people tend to work in more jobs nowadays. It's called overemployed. And with that, people need to apply way more often because they're switching jobs more often. And we want to minimize the time required.
So have you identified any competition on that? No?
Well, there's on our first slide, there are already some companies like, for example, Lasky, and but they don't match the humans and the company based on the skills and what the human wants.
It's a young startup with $1 million seed investment. They're just having a website up to date. You write them and nothing gets done.
Okay. I know there is a similar project at Bosch. No? It's running already, no?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not sure how they market it outside. Yeah?
Campusjäger, how they are called now.
Workwise.
Workwise.
Yeah, that's included in our job listings. And they have lists of jobs and company-specific questions for the applicant. So that's also matching, but not like that you could enter what you want and then you get a list of companies that fulfill these needs.
How long does it take to fill out the information, like in your form? Because when you want to match something, you really have to get the best information you can get.
Yeah. So our idea is that essentially you can find out, like between the jobs that are possible for that person, you can find out what distinguishes these jobs, and then you can give them exactly the questions that are most important.
Okay.
So our idea is that it wouldn't take all that long.
Exactly. The profile creation shall be really in between minutes, actually, out of the resume. So no time spent.
Okay, then I would say thank you very much, and well deserved applause.
Thank you. I think I can quickly.
Thank you, and we already have our next team here ready, so please join us. Come on, guys. Yes.
Hi, everyone.
Here you have the clicker, and here you can stand.
Maybe you can also state your team name shortly.
Hello, we are Muse Creative Challenges. I'm Christian, and this is Eric. Hi. Hello. I would like to take you back in time to when you were a little kid and you just drew something or painted. And you were so excited to share it with someone that you ran to your parents. That is the effect creativity has on us. And while we all know how valuable creativity can be, not only on our mental health, but also on our career, we hardly pursue it in our day-to-day life. Sometimes we lack inspiration. Other times we are so self-critical that we don't even start. But honestly, most of the time, we just don't find the time. Muse is the solution. We offer daily creativity for anyone. And the way we do that is by designing creative challenges that not only take less than 10 minutes to do, but also can be done with things you already have at home. Let's look at an example. This is the Minotaur challenge we did last Thursday. As you can see at the top, we have a teaser picture, and at the bottom you can see some tags alluding to the challenge you're about to do. In this case, it was drawing and puzzle. Once you click on the button, which says start, you will get to reveal the challenge. There's some backstory to it, which you don't have to read, but you can. And then here there's the actual challenge. And it's design an inescapable labyrinth. Once you have completed that challenge, you can share it with your friends and family, and you're navigated to the feed. This is something my cousin created. So now you got the basics of Muse, but let's talk about what makes us so special. We use AI to create content. So every single one of our challenge not only has an interesting picture, but also a great story and a rewarding finale. This makes us really stand out over the competition, which is other Instagram channels and Reddit and Be Real, but those don't integrate AI yet. Finally, because our time is running out, I would like to talk a little bit about what we have achieved so far. We have designed a professional logo and website, have a beta test running with 25 people and 100 art pieces created, and our app will probably be ready to launch in January before the finale. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Cheers.
So I would turn for the questions to the jury, see if they have something in mind.
Yes?
Who is going to pay?
Yes, great question, because we wanted to allude to monetization. So on the one hand, we want customers to be able to purchase custom frames. So we would work with social causes such as Greenpeace, and you could have a flower frame, so you could frame your own images like that. And we would also like to cooperate with large companies that could have sponsored challenges. Let's assume Jack Daniels would work with us, and we would have design your own Christmas-themed cocktail with Jack Daniels in it.
Okay. And I think like one other very, very interesting thing we're just planning on to launch, sometime next year would be Muse boxes, which is basically you and your family, your friends, your group of people you want to do challenges with. You just all decide on kind of a challenge theme, and then everyone gets a box sent out with all the material for like more elaborate challenges.
Yeah.
You could think of, I don't know, cooking challenges would be one option in the future. You could think about like origami paper and some instructions, and you would just get all your friends together and have this as like a small little gift to just send out with. And there's already companies that kind of have these boxes and we cooperate. It's really cool. Like I think there's a lot of potential going into that direction as well.
Our eventual vision is to expand and offer all types of challenges. So not only creativity, but also sports, and he said cooking. So it's just meant to be a platform that offers young people, and actually all types of ages, my cousin's 37, challenges to do and share with friends and family.
And there's always ads, of course, because we have a feed. So, that's kind of the average, what everyone kind of goes for. We wanted to be creative, but that is obviously a solution as well, to just have like little sponsored content in between posts.
All right.
Great.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Nice.
Thank you very much. And now, who is next?
If you're ready.
So welcome
Hi,
on stage.
please.
And
Thank you very
as soon
much.
you're ready and the slides are seen, you can start. This is the creative break,
Yeah. How did you save your presentation, by the way? Maybe it could help our technical team to find it out.
I think it's Grow, Midterm, Cell Grid. Yep, there it is.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much. You can start whenever you want.
The right answers. That is why location analysis is so important for decision making. But here's the catch. Up to 80% of project resources is spent on data pre-processing. 80%. So if a real estate agent wants to find the next location to invest in, 4 days of the working week is wasted on the harmonization and combination of data. And only 1 day is left to take action on the job. What if those 80% could just vanish with one click? We are CellGrid, and we are a team of 3 software and geospatial data engineers, and we'll make that happen. With our software solution, our customers have a harmonized knowledge layer that bundles information about any place on Earth. With only 1 click, we will provide the customer with the location they want to find and additional insights. CellGrid makes the whole data pre-processing invisible to our customers. The location intelligence market is growing. It has a worth of 16 billion euros, and we want to enter that market with our aim of acquiring 3,000 customers by 2027. We started our journey at Grow with our idea, our team, and a prototype. We explored business opportunities in 6 different industries over the past 5 weeks and acquired 8 potential customers who stated that our software solution could significantly improve their work processes. We got admitted to 2 acceleration programs by the Max Planck Foundation and the European Space Agency, giving us 50,000 euros to further grow CellGrid. What is next? We will make our final decision on our entry market. We want to conquer 1 industry at a time. Which industry we'll start with, we will find out in the next 5 weeks. We will advance our prototype to a product for this industry, and we'll acquire our first paying customer by the end of January 2023. This is CellGrid, and this is our team. This is me at the 3rd picture, and we will make the Earth searchable. Thank you very much.
So, do we have questions from our jury?
So at least, let's say, for me to understand it, you try to combine location-based informations from different sources. Yeah?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so for example, if you want to look to invest in some area without buying houses or flats or apartments, you just combine different resources, no?
We combine different resources, taking from map data, taking from satellite data, Earth observation data, statistical data, and you have different data formats depending on what your source is. And we will harmonize them so that you can directly access that information with only one click.
Okay, and who is paying for it? No?
Well, ideally, we will have a B2B scheme. So our customers will be, for example, realtors or real estate agents, or, for example, going into federal agencies. Everyone working with the geodata or using the geodata to provide a service to customers, that is our target group.
Okay.
But real estate agents know their neighborhood. I don't understand the business model. Like a real estate agent in Karlsruhe knows his neighborhood here around. So why should he pay for that?
Because currently, real estate agents are also looking maybe outside of Karlsruhe. So, for example, if they want to find out, like in this specific use case, this is only one use case. For example, where is the next school? Where is the next highway? We talked to the experts and they said, okay, they're going to Google Maps and just looking, okay, where is the next school? Where is the next highway? How long does it take to go to the next train station? So they use Google Maps. We have people saying that they use Google Maps for that.
Okay.
And that needs to be solved.
But it's more the customer. Like when you want to move to another country or to another city, then you would look it up. But it's okay.
We also had this idea to target the customers directly. Maybe this will come in the future, but we first have to earn some money.
Good.
Okay.
Thanks, Annalena, for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Good luck.
See you soon.
So I assume that we have round about not more than 5 pitches left. So the final countdown. Hi, guys. You know when to come in, definitely. You can stand there.
Okay.
And feel free to start when you see the timer, which is going to work out.
Okay.
And you feel comfortable with it.
So, hello together. This is Ben. And Ben is a very passionate gamer. And he wants to engage with the area of virtual technology, virtual reality. And he actually... Oops. Yeah, and he wants to engage with virtual reality. And he has the problem that sorry, it somehow messed me up. And here's the problem that, oh, sorry. So this is Ben, and Ben wants to engage with virtual technology. Sorry, maybe just we'll skip then. I think we'll skip like the introduction and just move to Triskin, because we want to present you Triskin. And Triskin is a platform that consists of 3 main aspects. And they are capturing, editing, and sharing, and they are now going to be presented by Toby.
Thank you. Utilizing existing hardware, a 3D model can be rendered. The person or object of interest is filmed from 3 different camera angles. These videos are then merged into one 3-dimensional model of the person. Therefore, you can change the point of view whilst watching the video later on. Here you can see our user interface for editing the video. Using that, you can even add previously scanned objects like a flower pot or a yoga mat. For validation, we reached out to both ends of the equation, users and developers. The former were eager to try the new type of media, whilst the latter provided us with the fact that this could even be implemented. Here you can see our team.
Of course, we knew that this wouldn't be easy, so we really looked into a very diverse team with different backgrounds. This is also the main progress we did during Grow. We found new team members who, with their technical backgrounds, were a valuable addition for our team.
Thank you very much.
So for me to understand what you are doing is developing the software to create out of three camera data a completely three-dimensional image or even video. Yeah?
That's correct, yeah.
And then you can use this data in order to manipulate, adding something for some features around and so on, something like that. Yeah? And at the end, who is going to pay for that service? No?
We have two different approaches. First would be to implement a platform like YouTube where you can share these kinds of videos. It's like a new type of media. First there was Instagram, like photos, then YouTube with videos, and now 3D videos. Also, a realistic approach would be to be bought by a bigger company who really wants to use this kind of media.
Okay.
So what's the recurring revenue? Is there a recurring revenue?
Actually, the recurring revenue would come from advertisements, and we maybe also think of adding like features which you buy if you want to use it more professionally, like for example adding more cameras, and yeah. Because right now there are, maybe a word to the competition, there are already different technologies that go into the same direction, but they use very, very many cameras, and we want to simplify that, and by that we want to create an affordable and also easy to use approach for like semi-professional users.
How did you come together? 8 persons are quite a big group.
Yeah, well, the first 6 we had before Grow.
Okay.
We met during another project, and then the 2 new additions we met at the Grow kickoff, that was very valuable, was also actually the main reason why we participated in Grow, to find new team members.
Good, okay.
Maybe it would be helpful to have someone with an economic background in the team.
Yes, we also thought of that. That will be the very next thing we want to do if we have like at least a working prototype, because then it really makes sense to have someone with that background. Yeah.
Okay, then, thank you very much. And so we, good luck.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you. And then we continue with the next team. I think it's Game Magicians. Right.
Okay. Let's see if your slide will come up, I guess, in the next seconds.
Okay.
Or do you have already prepared the presentation?
Yeah, I published the slides.
Dear technical team, do we have the slides?
Hello.
Now you can see yourself. Also nice.
It's still the old presentation, by the way. Yeah, since this competition is completely brought up by students, somehow we also have technical difficulties, you know? There isn't no perfect. All right, we have the presentation, so good luck.
Okay, hello. We are the Game Magicians, and we are participating in Grow with our own game. Our team consists of 2 people. We have Manuel, who is our game designer. He's like really experienced in knowing what makes a game fun, and me, who is a developer. I already published many games, so I have pretty much experience. We are working iteratively, meaning we meet at least once a week and look at our progress, see what we have to improve, and what was bad. Exactly. That's a screenshot from our game. So we already have a playable version, and the idea was to make a game that's quick, that we can finish quickly, and a game that's really popular right now. Therefore, we did a game that's similar to Vampire Survivors or Potato. For example, Vampire Survivors is a game that has already 2.5 million copies sold. It's like a really big indie hit right now. And Potato is a smaller game, but still has at least 18,000 copies sold. That's why we used this niche. And our idea was to make a multiplayer game in this, because this is something that wasn't seen already. The progress we made is we started with nothing. We only had a vague idea, and now the first step was to find something concrete. We spent a whole week to just think on a stable and good game, and then started to develop as soon as possible to get to the stage where actually players could play it. So afterwards we got, like, after only a month, the first playtester who wasn't in our team to get their feedback. Exactly, and now we want to find more playtesters, create a Steam page and social media page for marketing, and of course develop our MVP. Our goal is to create a final version, like final MVP, to the for the final, and after the final, go into early access on Steam and ask other content creators for marketing. And like I mentioned, we already have a playable demo which has all the features, so we know that we can finish it on time. Thank you.
Thank you. Right on time.
What do you need Grow for? Like what was your progress in Grow?
The progress?
Yes, during the last 6 weeks, 7 weeks.
Like, the main progress was really the development, because I never did an online game before, or neither did Manuel, and so we tried to go into something totally new, and it has like total different challenges. And afterwards, we also want to go into marketing with the social media stuff, and we also like didn't do this, and that's why we actually have, I think, really big Grow right here, and I think it's fitting. Yeah.
Okay.
What should be the product or the outcome after Grow? Should it be a machine to build games, or what should it be?
The product is its own game. So we will Steam is a place where you can find many different games, and we will put our game on there, and this will be our Grow product. That's what early access is. It's like the early version of the game that actually people can buy and already play.
And revenue will be made by the gamers who are paying for the game, or through ads, or through paywalls and in-game shopping and stuff?
At first, we only want to get, like, the other two. This is with the copies that we sell, but it's easy to implement other, like, in-game monetization is not difficult. We can just add it afterwards. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. And I have to say, my brother loves potatoes, so if you need more playtesters, please come back to me. I'm serious. So thank you very much. I think our next team is already here online.
We have food care. Can you just say hello to us so that we know the technical part is functioning? Okay, perfect. Can you also click the slides? Yes.
Amazing.
Perfect. Yes.
Okay.
So the stage is yours.
So you can start whenever you're ready.
Okay. Okay, hello people. So, are you willing to wait 17 years to get a cure of the disease that you have right now? Sadly, if you get sick today, that is how long you'll have to wait to get the recent state-of-the-art medicine benefit. And that is the pain for both the doctors and the patients alike. The lack of centralized knowledge on the recent studies in the medical field limits the doctor to give the recent solution to their patient. And if you're suffering from a disease which is nutrition-induced, then it takes a longer time to recover. And surprisingly, 70% of all the diseases out there are nutrition-related disease. This is where we want to bridge the knowledge gap that exists out there in the medical field and bring the recovery to the patient in a faster way with our solution. So we at Food You Care have developed a solution. It's a 3-step simple solution. First, we analyze the medical data that is out there. We then filter the rules which are based on the nutrition-related diseases. We bring all that information together for our doctors so that the doctors can advise the patient on the recent study. And thus, this will help the patient to recover faster. And the 17 years that I mentioned earlier can be significantly reduced to 2 to 3 years. Isn't that amazing? And for the patient, this is how it would look like. He will have the app with which they can track their food, the ingredients and the nutrient information. And this is based personalized on what specific disease they have, and also on the filter rules that we have used in this step. And thus, this helps gain, this is a gain for both the doctors and the patients alike. The market size alone in Germany is big. Mostly 24 million people out there are facing nutrition-induced diseases, and with our resources, we can help more than 1 million people in Germany alone. Of course, there is competition out there, but as per the recent studies, they mention that all those apps which are out there are not personalized enough. So this is where we want to bridge that gap. And this is what our progress looks like in Grow. Since we joined Grow, we are able to analyze more than 80,000 medical data. We are already on the brand name app and validating our project online. Quickly, the future milestone for us brings out the great LMU University research projects that will start in February. And I'll quickly introduce the team. We have a doctor, we have two great data scientists and coders out there. And this is where you can connect with us. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And now handing over to our jury for questions.
Okay, maybe I have not really understood. So do you try to provide recepts for cooking, or what is it at least?
So what we do basically is the people who are suffering from nutrition-induced diseases, they have to track their food on a regular basis. And the current solution that exists, they do not have a specific personalized information in the app that they use. So our app would help them to track the food that they have based on the disease that they have, so that they can track the nutrients information, and also with the help of the doctor, they can analyze that whatever they are eating is helping them to recover. So that is what we would like to achieve.
And who is going to pay?
So for the market entries, sorry, Julia, you want to go ahead?
It's pretty simple. Our software can analyze huge amounts of data. So of course, research groups, doctors, to get all the information. This is why we already collaborate with LMU on a huge research project and develop a drug with them. And of course, the patients, because our app works, for example, with computer vision. So they just take a picture and we get all the nutrient information. You can actually try it out through the QR code and the link we have there. So it's the users that want to have nutrition advice and the doctors that want to have analyzed data.
And from the insurance side, like, who is responsible for mistakes in your case?
That is pretty simple because we don't give medical advice, we just give nutrition advice, and therefore we do not need to have any sort of insurance. Every medical advice will be run through a doctor or a nutrition advisor.
Now I understand. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, girls. We will move forward with another online pitch that we have Abi board. Are you guys there?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
I heard
Hello?
something, but hi?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, but maybe you can come a little bit closer to the microphone because it's a little
Okay.
bit echoing.
It's echoing. Is it fine right now?
The quality is not the best, to be honest.
Sorry, I'll try something else.
All right. Maybe now?
Say again? No, we're not hearing you anymore.
Okay.
Okay, now we hear you.
Yes.
Perfect.
Is it better right now?
Yeah, it's a little bit better. Then I think you already have the power to change also between your slides. I hope so. Yes, it's working perfectly. You can go ahead whenever you would like to.
All right. Okay, perfect. So, hello everyone. Today I want to present AbiBot to you.
But to first give you a quick introduction, my name is Azad Kurd. I'm a computer science student at KIT with the topic of business administration as a complementary subject. Besides that, I'm a working student at SAP since over 1.5 years, where I learned about building enterprise-grade multi-use platforms. First and foremost, for this presentation, though, I'm a former high school student. But why do I point that part out? As a former high school student, I was one of nearly 760,000 pupils in the upper secondary education. In most year groups, the student built subgroups to organize their biggest and most exciting collaborative project to date, their yearbook. The conventional approach for the yearbook consists of manually conducting surveys and polls, designing a complicated layout, and running after students that forgot to hand in their information. This process is cumbersome, not fun, and costs time and nerves. And this is also where Abibot comes in. Abibot will offer students a social media-like platform to organize the yearbook. Students will be able to participate in rankings, leave comments on each other's profiles, and publish funny quotes from peers or teachers, etc. At the end of high school, the students will be able to export the content into yearbook templates for printing, or they can choose to request an individual design. Additionally, students will be able to order their graduation pullovers. With 260,000 graduating per year and a competitive price for the yearbook and pullovers, the TAM is 16.9 million per year in Germany alone. One competitor claims to have 2/3 of the market, so with the right funding and marketing, around 1/4 of the market could be attainable. For the short term, around 30 local schools could be won as customers. There are 3 main competitors, and Abibot aims to unify all of the relevant functions that others lack. Abibot app, for example, consists of 2 people, and their development is idle since 5 years already. At the beginning of Grow, I started with just the idea. Since then, I have built a functional prototype that you could see before for the social media part and contacted 4 printer shops that are interested in a cooperation. After this midterm pitch, I want to implement the export and layout editor function and further develop the marketing strategy. I'll also be looking for competent startup partners for developing and marketing Abibot.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you so much, Azad.
Thank you. Big round of applause.
So at the end, so the question is again, who is going to pay the?
This is the business idea is very simple. During using the app Abibot, it's completely free using the social media. But at the end, the students will export all of the content into yearbooks, and the printing of yearbooks, of course, costs money. And the students together as a group will pay for the yearbooks, for the printed physical products. Additionally, they can buy pullovers with their graduation motto on it, of course. So it's a very simple business idea when it comes to paying customers.
How strong? What is your USP compared to your competitors?
So most competitors completely lack the social media part, and this is one very strong USP of Abibot, because for the students themselves, the idea of Abibot is that it will feel like they have their very own social media for just them and their, say, 100-something peers. So this will enrich the high school experience. And at the end, they will also have a physical product that will help them reminisce about the amazing high school years, even like decades after finishing high school.
And what about the marketing? Like, how do the students get to know about your platform?
Yes, the main students are around Gen Z and younger, and I also looked at the competitors, and they used a lot of TikTok marketing, like social media marketing, and it seems to work very well. And my idea would be at the beginning to also start with TikTok and influencer marketing, etc., because that's where Gen Z is right now.
All right. Thank you, Azad, so much. Thanks for the interesting questions. We have to go forward with another online team. Team Vamos, are you guys already there?
Yes, hello. Can you hear me well?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you also try if the switching between your slides is working?
Yeah.
Yes, perfect. Then you can start whenever you feel ready.
Yeah, I'm ready, yes. Thank you. Okay, yeah. Hello, I'm Jan and I'm presenting Vamos to you. Vamos is a platform for spontaneous activities and events. And here behind the platform and the whole idea is me. I studied business informatics for 2 semesters, but then decided to join the startup scene and to build a platform instead of studying further. And together with me, there's also Jonas. He studied business informatics and now in his master also informatics, and Johanna. And we are also currently looking for another CTO and developer. So what's the problem and what did we build already? So the problem we figured out was, okay, you are in a new city, you want to do something, or you want to see what's going on, like events, activities, and so on in your city. But you don't have either the friends to go with, or you are just like bored of always doing the same thing, and you just want to experience something new. So what can you do? And where's like a platform and overview of like events and activities around you? And we didn't find that there's like a fitting solution for us, so we built it by ourselves. And this is like the platform, as you can see. You can meet new people, you can see events, activities around you, edit your profile, and so on. And what we did now was while it grow already, we reworked our whole business model. So also the question, who would pay for the platform? So we decided not the user, but the business has to pay for it. We also did a lot of B2B interviews, designed like a business dashboard and so on. And what we found out is that we have to focus on a specific group, and that are like clubs and also like other companies in the nightlife, and that we want to build like a platform where they can manage and create events and activities. And I would say the main thing that we do better than others is the ability that you can share events and activities on other platforms. So you can create your event on our online dashboard and then automatically share it on Facebook, Meetup, Eventbrite, and so on. And you can like save time and also like use us as a marketing machine to distribute like your events and activities on other channels. Thanks.
Well, thanks, Jan, for the nice pitch. I would like to turn to the jury for some questions, if they have some.
Who's in the market and what is your USP compared to the competitors?
Yeah, so in the market on just like this, the social media platform, there are like platforms like Jodel, but Jodel is, for example, completely anonymous. There are also like dating apps like Tinder and Bumble and so on. But we also found out that there's like always like this dating aspect or this like or hookup aspect, I would say, on younger people. So we decided to focus on friendly activities. And regarding this whole B2B dashboard or B2B platform, there's, for example, Eventbrite, Meetup, Facebook, and so on. But I would say they are not really competitors because we want to integrate them. So, for example, a club can post and manage their event on our platform, but automatically share it on Facebook, Meetup, and Eventbrite, and so on. So we don't see them as like real competitors, but more like a good way to integrate on our platform as well.
So did I understand it right that the clubs you are working with should pay the bill? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. At the end, yeah. And we also spoke with a lot of clubs, and we think because we already have the social network behind us, not just the event management tool, that both things combined is like a good value for the clubs and also for the users.
All right. Thank you, Jan, so much for dialing in, and hopefully see you also in final. I see already Niklas preparing with the prototype.
Yes.
Please.
Can I come on stage?
Yes.
Okay. So here you got the clicker.
Good luck.
It's already.
To detect diseases early. Lisa died just days before her 22nd birthday due to ovarian cancer. Besides light stomach pain, she never really had any issues and was always a healthy person full of life. Her parents and friends are devastated about her loss and struggle to cope with the fact that Lisa left them so early.
which is not an individual case. Every year, 10 million people die of cancer, and 50% of all those cases are being detected too late. This shows us that an accessible and early diagnosis is absolutely essential for good chances to be cured. To make this reality, we're working on a simple medical voice assistant combined with cheap, all-in-one test devices that can be placed in every pharmacy and in every doctor's office. This enables us to gain large amounts of medical data, which help us to make more accurate predictions, to detect diseases faster than everybody else. While we're still working on a medical voice assistant, we've already finished the first version of our all-in-one testing device, and so far we have conducted successful PCR tests under lab conditions and have laid groundwork to make all-in-one testing possible. To perform a variety of operations or tests on one device, one needs to do various operations. Most of those operations we can do already really well using centrifugal microfluidic technology. At the same time, we're currently working on implementing various sensing methods in our device, about which I'd be glad to give you more insights later in our Q&A. Combining prediction software with an all-in-one diagnostic device gives us a really unique business model. It allows us to provide our prediction software free of any charge to the customer. This attracts a lot of customers, which then get our tests and our devices recommended. And since insurances benefit from an early prediction because it reduces risk for costly therapy, we hope that they will cover the cost for the test and the entire system stays free of any charges for all customers. Since Wednesday, we've already collected more than 60 signups to our waitlist, showing that there certainly is a big need for our product on the market. If we proceed to the final, we'll give you an entire demo of our system, including the medical voice assistant and an advanced version of our current prototype. Your help is a big step for us towards creating a more accessible, transparent, and fast diagnostic solution. Thank you very much.
At least if I understand you right, you want to identify many different diseases.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay. No? And so this is a medical diagnostic device. Exactly. Are you aware of the European Medical Device Regulation?
Yes, I am. I think it will take quite a long time until we actually have a device like this in place. This is why we're starting with the medical voice assistant. And this gives us really good entry into the market, and on the long term we would then.
What is the medical advice system, or what is it?
That's a medical voice assistant.
Voice assistant?
Voice assistant, sorry, yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. So, yeah, no, sorry. That's the medical voice assistant, and that's the medical device.
Okay. And the medical voice assistant, I have not really get what do you want to use it, or how to use that?
You use it by saying what symptoms you have, and the voice assistant will have your medical history if you accept to.
Okay, so this is an advising system.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like ADA, but just you can speak in. Yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay.
And for sure, we'll also include text-based input. But
at the beginning, you started to talk about cancer diagnostics. So, is there a magic in that device that can make that diagnostic?
Yes. So far, we have conducted successful PCR tests under lab conditions, as said before. And using PCR, I'm not sure if you're familiar with the method. It was the method that was also used for COVID tests. You can detect various cancer types by detecting the tumor cells, because those tumor cells have a specific genome, and we can detect those by amplifying the genome and then detecting it with the standard PCR cycle.
Knowledge, is that patent or is that generally available and used by doctors without that device?
It's quite new to detect cancer with PCR, so it's currently mostly used in research, and we'll try to be the first to bring it to the market. But we will not only focus on that.
Is it patented?
Yes. No, it's not patented, at least not from us, but our technology is not yet freely available.
Thank you so much, Niklas.
Thank you very much, too.
Thank you.
Very relevant topics we have here.
Yes.
Really looking forward what this will bring us.
Yeah, definitely the jury has a very difficult decision to make. Please come forward.
Yes. Can you have the clicker or do you?
Yeah, take it.
Okay.
Gut, ja, war okay, war nicht perfekt.
Stuff, just tell us.
Should be fine.
Okay, perfect. Good luck.
Okay. One of these balloons, 2.5 liters, is the volume of about 5 grams of CO2. A cordless drill like this one has an embodied product carbon footprint of up to 50 kilograms of CO2 just to manufacture it. That's the volume of 10,000 of these balloons. And it's not just drills. It's beamers, consoles, or the gear for our hobbies. We consume too much, yet all of us have things laying around that we rarely ever use. That's where Meetsy comes in play. Meetsy is your sharing platform for almost anything you rarely use. With Meetsy, you can save money by borrowing or earn money by lending things such as tools, tech, or sports gear, and many, many more. It combines a financial benefit with a real ecological impact. Now, product sharing per se isn't a new concept, but compared to its competitors, Meetsy is as easy as shopping online. It's safe and secure for borrowers and lenders, and one of our key USPs and part of our go-to-market strategy is that it's everywhere. We support local takeaway and countrywide delivery. So no matter how small the village is that you're joining from, there will always be a base of lenders shipping to you. The market volume for the rental of movable goods, excluding cars in Germany, was over 25 billion euros in 2019. And over 42% of people would lend things away via an online sharing platform. To conquer this market, we are taking part in Grow. And I started alone with a concept paper, and by now we've expanded our team. We've published our landing page, and we've run a first little marketing campaign among family and friends. Until the final, we aim to have our design mockup ready and tested, and we want to run a first paid marketing campaign to reach our first 100 leads. Who's we? We're Salim and Jessica. We have backgrounds in entrepreneurship and innovation management and IT and development, and we thank you for your support. Thank you.
What stands Meetsy for?
It's part of our marketing campaign. It's in German now, but that's pretty much the catch. It's a Wortspiel, sorry. Like Meetsy, rent it in German.
Okay. Meet, rent, and
yep.
Okay, now I got it.
And with the
I
cat as a mascot.
Cats. Yeah, I always thought
yep.
of the cat. Okay, yes, now I get it. Meetsy.
Yep.
Have you spoke to some competitors like MindDine?
Yes, yes, we did actually consider fusing our teams, but unfortunately we had some difference regarding the time we can currently spend on it.
Yeah,
I can only start as a side business for now.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Are there further questions?
They ask the hard questions to MindDine, you know, like.
No, that's good. We understood the business. So.
Exactly.
Well, maybe about the differences. That's some of the difference we also have talked about with each other. What is different with Meetsy from MindDine is, for example, that we want to go the hybrid way from the beginning with having local networks and having delivery, just to have this baseline of lenders.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
Thank you too.
Nice idea. Good.
Thank you.
So, I heard that we have the last pitch of the day/night.
Wow.
So we made it. Please come forward.
You got the clicker?
Yeah, I think your slide will come up in a second. Good
Yeah.
luck, and feel free to speak whenever you feel like it.
And you see the slides.
Thank you. Hi. So I'm just waiting for my slides.
totally fine.
Okay. Juno, Pitch Juno. Dein Cursor ist gerade drauf. Ein bisschen höher. Höher, höher. Da, ja, genau. Danke. All right. Hi, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. I'd like to pitch Juno, Young, Unique, New Outfits. So first of all, let me introduce you to the team. First of all, we have Caroline, who is currently studying politics and society in Bonn. And she has already completed a dual study program with Rewe, where she received a Bachelor of Arts in Trade Management. And she is still working for them in their marketing strategy and their social media marketing. Unfortunately, she cannot be here today as she studies in Bonn. And then we have myself. I'm Julius. Pleasure to meet you. I'm studying at KIT, and I'm studying, on the one hand, chemical and process engineering, on the other hand, economic engineering. I'm working for the Fraunhofer Institute for Systems and Innovation Research, and I'm volunteering for Enactus and a student consulting group called Delta. And now to Juno. What's the problem we set out to solve? We both grew up in Cologne, and we had many friends that founded small fashion brands. And they were only able to sell their clothes among friends because they didn't have the reach bigger brands have already. Then on the other hand, we have customers that would like to support those small brands. And to back up that claim, we actually did some market research already. And in a group of 100 people, 78 people said that they would be interested in buying clothes from small brands if access to them was made easier. So the solution we came up with, and what Juno is supposed to be, is an online marketplace that is hosting the products of the small fashion brands and is, in a sense, a website that provides a platform for those small brands to sell their products. And our business model then is to have subscription fees paid by those brands and perhaps a commission for each item sold. We are not yet sure how much we are going to ask for monthly, but we are currently working with our mentor to find a price, and we are conducting surveys. And to better understand the process, I have a flowchart of our shopping process. So we are offering the clothes on our website. Then we'll host the payment. The shipment is done by the brands. And Juno and the brands together will handle the after sales. And our future milestones is to find more partners, launch our website, gain more customers, and expand our business. We're currently at step 1. And those are simply flyers we're currently putting out there. Yeah. Thank you.
I was looking for a competitor.
Right.
Do you know Sugar Trend?
No, I don't, actually.
Really, in Köln?
In Cologne? Okay.
But originated in Karlsruhe 10 years ago.
Interesting.
Please look for this.
Yes, I will.
They started with the same idea.
Okay.
Not just for fashion, but for small brands worldwide. I think it could be interesting to connect to them. If you tell them about Grow, they were the founders of Center for Entrepreneurship more than 10 years ago.
Okay, thank you very much.
So the question is, what is the market and the competition?
Yeah, right now we're looking into that, and with our mentor, we're trying to get as much small brands as possible on our website. Currently, we have 5 partners, but we've not even started trying to find those. And I think we'll start at the University of Reutlingen, where there is the study program called Fashion Marketing. And I think there we'll find a lot of partners. Most important is getting our brand up to speed, getting out there on Instagram. We already have a channel, but yeah, that's our main goal, first of all. Yeah. Another question, maybe?
It's a two-sided business model, and that's
Yes.
always the hard side of
I have
that.
a backup slide. So we have the customer retention B2B, as you've mentioned. We have the login effect. We're handling their payment process. We'll offer bonus program schemes and workshops. And then on the other hand, we have the customer retention for B2C, which will then, of course, focus on having a unified shopping experience and offer a bundled purchase for those small brands and the customers on our website.
John, how many followers do you have already
on Instagram? Yeah. We've started that 5 days ago, so we have like 10, but but we've not even posted it on our own. There's still a way to go. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being here. I would like to take the pointer from
sure.
you if it's
Thank
okay.
you.
See you at final, I would say, hopefully.
Hopefully. Okay. Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So, Sarah, would you like to say a couple of words?
Oof, a couple of words, because I think we had a lot of input today. It was very interesting. It was inspiring. And to be honest, I'm so impressed by the jury we have, because I think they gave already so good advices. They know so many companies I haven't also heard about. So I think the teams should really get back to them. And at this point, I would really like to say thank you. Thank you for being here with us, for taking the time, for asking really interesting, insightful, and very relevant questions. So I think this is the time now for a first applause.
Yeah, definitely.
So, thank you so much. It's been amazing.
Then the next thank you goes to our technical team, I guess. Even though we had ups and downs, everything worked out smoothly, I would say. So thank you guys so much as well.
Thank you.
Now maybe we can say how it is going to work. The jury will choose from 35 teams, 10 teams who are going to move to the final. But that doesn't mean that the journey is over for the rest 25. So Sarah, how we can somehow survive as a new founded fresh student startup team in Karlsruhe ecosystem. You are longer here than I am, so maybe you can give a couple of insights.
To be honest, first I have to admit, because I saw the roadmap of a lot of pitches and teams, and they already know where they're going. So I saw some of them are already in some accelerators. But also besides that, Karlsruhe and also Baden-Württemberg is just a really nice and good entrepreneurial ecosystem, so you can reach out to multiple organization institutions. So we have here alone the representatives of CyberLab as an example, we have the KIT and so on. We have several accelerators you can reach out to. We have the Gründerschmiede, which combines several other institutions, like also the Antechnon, which I represent today. And also from the student side, what else is being there?
Definitely, if you want to also have a working space or attend to some different workshops, our doors as Pioneer Garage is every time open for you guys as Grow alumni. But not only that, in Karlsruhe, if you want to somehow move forward with your idea, you can also always apply for Exist Gründerstipendium in German. I'm pretty sure Gründerschmiede will help you during that. Other than that, there is Junge Innovatorenprogramm from the state of Baden-Württemberg. You can research about it as well. They have also some consulting, free checks as far as I know, some startup coaching. You can always reach out to Gründermotor. They also have a very big accelerator in Stuttgart. Very, very happy to have also Karlsruhe teams, as far as I know.
And of course, here we have Steamworks. So also don't forget about our lovely location, which is also very suitable for social startups. So depending which area you're operating in, you have a lot of opportunities here. And if we just talked a lot and you couldn't make the notes you had to, so just come back to us. We are really, very happy to help you.
Exactly.
And now maybe we talk about the final?
Yes, definitely, for sure. At 21st of January, we all welcome you to KIT Audimax, but also online if you cannot make it. Hopefully you can make it, because we are going to throw a very nice party afterwards with live band. Everybody's invited. You have to sign up. The information will be definitely shared via social media, but also we will reach to you mentors as well, definitely per email. You will get required information, and we have very interesting keynote speakers, so don't miss the very best of the grow of the year. I would sum up in that way, 10 interesting pitches. Some of the jury members will be there, as far as I know. Some of them will be not, unfortunately, but you're always welcome to be at Pioneer Garage events as a guest. And did I forget anything? Now, I think it's the hot pot coming in where jury has to decide.
Yes, so we give them enough time, I hope so. We have 30 minutes planned for that, so they can come together, discuss, and decide finally who will be the 10 teams who will come to the finals. And therefore, I would announce a break now, so we have 30 minutes, and we will be happy to see you there again, and then see who is going to make it.
Let's see.
Okay, great. See you.
Hi, everybody. We are back with a decision, finally. I think it was a very, very tough decision to make on downstairs, as far as I observed, at least. That's why it took a little bit long. But finally, we reached a decision, as far as I got.
Yes, and I already talked to some members of the jury, and they said it was tough because we have amazing teams here, really, with really inspiring ideas, and it was really amazing that you all were part of it until here. We said it already, so this is not the end of the journey, whether you will be announced or not, so please make sure to just continue your journey. And now?
Yes.
Yes.
So how we are going to proceed is, of course, we will call the jury members here. They're going to explain why they chose this particular team. And if you're here waiting with us in the studio somehow, you can come forward. We will ask you a couple of words as well. How are you feeling like, etc. And if you're dialing us online, unfortunately, we don't have this possibility, but we are looking forward to see you on the final. Let's put it that way.
Right.
Exactly. Then we can start. Would you like to start forward?
Okay.
Yes, please.
Okay. So first of all, I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy that I saw so many great teams, really. That's really amazing. And I want to add one word. Even if it's the end of this grow part today for some of you, I was part of the jury of Cyber Award for years, and we had a big party this last year, 25 years, Cyber Forum, etc. And there were a lot of teams, and some of them told me they were participating in that Cyber Award years ago, and they were not selected, but they were growing and they were successful, but they were, and this you should remember, if you're not chosen, this is just one opinion. And well, take it as an advice if we can give you this, but it's not the end of the journey. Yes. That's really rather important. This I wanted to say at the beginning. Well, the first team we select is a team that did a really great pitch. It had an idea in the health care surrounding that is addressed with some technical and digital methods, and that was really amazing, and therefore we chose Straight Up. Glückwunsch.
Congratulations among all tall boys. We can go as like little girls, but would you like to say a couple of words? How are you feeling like, and what are you expecting from the next 6 weeks to reach the final?
First of all, it's awesome that we can go to the finals. Thank you very much. And we're planning to improve and grow with our product to the finals so that we, in the best case, have a functional prototype at finance and can have as many people as possible.
That would be great.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Let's meet up for a beer later to celebrate, I would say. Then we will continue with the second team. So we're saying goodbye to you for tonight. If you could just leave the platform. For the second team then.
The second team, it's also me who wants to tell you something about the team. Climate crisis is a topic that is rather important for us and for the next generations. And I think for me personally, this is a topic we should address, and we should try to use every possible solution for this topic and should help to grow this. And the team are some engineers from KIT that maybe can help to find a good solution with CO2 recycling in cement. It is Rement.
So Felix, congratulations in the team. Would you like to say a couple of words?
Yeah, sure. First of all, thank you a lot for choosing us, for giving us the trust that we can improve and that we can grow in finance and bring you hopefully a good prototype in fund. Yeah, thanks a lot.
Wir haben schon ein Mikrofon, aber...
Funktioniert? Hört man mich? Okay. Then you can keep it. Yeah. Okay. So in the past decades, we have invested really a lot in roads, no? And still we have a lot of traffic jams, and sometimes the traffic is collapsing. So disadvantage of public transfer is I don't go to the direct station, you know? And it's only really working in highly populated areas. In rural areas, it doesn't work it out. So from that point of view is the idea of Vehiculum, you know, to organize people to go with me in a certain way is, I think, a good idea. Even if in the past there were some attempts to that, but this is 10 years ago, so I think there's a good chance in the newer environment with younger people which are more, let's say, aware to sharing communities. So this is for you.
First of all, thank you very much to the Team for this awesome event, and thank you to the judges for judging us really greatly. I think we really, for us, it was really important that we could validate our idea also with different opinions. I think this today was really a great chance to get that opinion and the feedback. We will continue on and try to improve our idea, get more partners to start doing a beta test, and hopefully until finals we can do a beta test with partner companies. Thank you very much.
So the fourth item is decarbonation is a big issue. No? I think I'm not sure who is believing that we will be able, let's say, to reduce the consumption of carbon in fast enough. So from that point of view, geoengineering will be definitely a need. No? And there are different solutions, and one solution is using the sea. No? And so we were convinced by the idea, no, to use growing algae, yeah, for reducing the carbon. Yeah. And so the company is Madeka.
Well, thank you very much. We are happy that we are not the only ones believing in this. And well, of course, thank you for the possibility to pitch and to find this great team here at the Pioneer Garage. We hope to continue the journey and not only have an idea, but actually realizing the geoengineering part and will help to do our part for the future.
All right.
All right. So for the fifth company we chose, they are contributing to our social responsibilities. They make sure that when we get bored, we don't scroll through social media, but we actually try and create something. So Muse has, done a really good job in building the first MVP, and congratulations to you guys.
Yeah, thanks a bunch for this opportunity. Like, this is really amazing, and we're looking forward to helping everyone kind of get off the endless feeds and back towards creativity, putting that together, you know, with technology, just getting forward.
I have to say, I've been doing this for some weeks now, and it's just fun. I get to see my family do weird stuff. I get to see my friends building towers out of items. I get to do sock puppet theater, and it's just cool. Thank you very much.
Okay, so I'm very proud to present the sixth company. So we thought there was a girl or a woman. She was very engaged here and very expressive, and she really was also well prepared, in her topic. And we enjoyed the progress she made within the last 6-7 weeks, and thought it's a good idea to present that in the final. It's Mine Dine.
Can you hear me? Thank you so much. Through Grow, we learned a lot, and it wouldn't be possible without Grow. So Grow gave us a rocket motivation to be fast and not sleeping. So can we also have a huge applause for the Grow team?
Sind wir Nummer 8, oder? So, the eighth team, if we're there? 7, okay. Sorry.
I just want to add nearly the same like you did. I want to thank you from my point of view, the Grow and the Pioneer Garage team. They did a really great job, and I know Grow from the beginning 10 years ago, and it developed a lot, and it's a rather important task and job you are doing. I know how much work it is in the background. If it is smooth like this, thank you very much for doing this job. I think I may say this from my background of many years. Now I want to announce the seventh team. It is again something, it has to do something with sustainability. Sustainability is something that is rather important for our future. And this team takes a topic. I think it will be hard to get into the market, but we think they should try it and they should continue to invent sustainability more and more in cosmetics. The team is Artyom and Eve.
Yeah, thank you for the chance. I mean, I just hate the moment right now. It felt like just running away from somebody and then this heartbreak moment. Yes, like somebody try to catch me. Yeah, well, thank you a lot. I will try to do my best. I think this project has a great potential to like really change all the fast-moving goods we currently on the market, consumer goods. So I'm really, I don't know what to say. Thank you.
So the eighth company we decided on, coming from my IT company right now, I see many customers pulling data from many data points and trying to align the data into one platform. And I know a bit about the challenges, not too many. But Cellgrid has a really good point of view and point to market to that. So we want to, acknowledge this.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the opportunity. We will definitely grow, and we're happy that we can grow with Grow. Yeah, it's great that you could see our vision and share it with us. Thank you.
Awesome. So the ninth company that I'm in the last company that I can announce today has a really social mission and has quite big challenges to go to market with this. But the social impact that we'll have once it's on the market is really, really big. And that's why we wanted to acknowledge the firefighters company, which name I forgot, to be honest, because there were so many companies. I think it was First Vision, but I'm not sure. Yes. With the drone.
Well, unfortunately, they're not there, but definitely the good news will be reached today. We can assure that. But congrats online, at least, Team First Vision, as we remember. See you at the final.
Okay.
The last team.
Last team. So, you see, white paper. Okay.
A little bit.
Last
tension.
team. Big market, very big market. Gaming market. They really made a good progress in the last weeks, and that's important here for this contest. And the online game market is really a great market. It's a big market. It's also here located in Karlsruhe. They did modeling, they did UI, they did a good roadmap here with Riddle. So it's Sphinx. The guy's missing. Okay, so we cancel and do the next one. Okay, no.
Thank you so
Number
much.
10.
Thank you.
For announcing Team Sphinx. Congratulations, at least online, I would say.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. We will see each other somehow in final. Thank you guys for being here, the entire jury. We will wish to see you also at our big event on 21st of January, obviously. And do you have some last words?
Last words, okay, I was not prepared for that. So still, please, teams, have in mind, you're awesome. Please continue your journey, even though you were not mentioned to stand here. This is not so special, so no worries. Just continue your journey, and please always reach out to us. So I can just speak for myself, but I'm pretty sure my colleagues from Pioniergarage and Technon, and also from the whole entrepreneurial ecosystem in Karlsruhe will be happy to help you on your way, because what you do is awesome. And just follow your vision, because it's great. And with this point, I just want to give a last big applause for you teams. Thank you.
We ran both of words tonight. We are speaking since 3 p.m. So for the closing words, I would like to give the microphone to David, our project manager for Grow, to say a couple of words from his side. Also.
So, first of all, thank you for your patience. I know today we
experienced few technical difficulties, but I think at the end we made it work. And we also really want to thank Professor Stork, because as he won't join us for the finals, we want to really thank you. On the bottle, I think it's really small, it says thanks.
Okay.
So, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And it's the first time for me to be here with Grow, and I enjoyed it very much. And also, I repeat some words. The teams were great. I was really convinced. And also, I would encourage everybody of you to continue on your idea. And I'm pretty sure, and I have the experience, as I maybe mentioned before, I have 15 startups brought to the markets, and 12 of them are still alive in 30 years. So that means the probability to be successful is not so bad.
Thank you.
But I also want to say a big thanks to Philip, Michael, and Gerda. Thank you for joining us today for the jury. And looking forward to see you in January for the finals. And also a really big thank you for the Technic team. Also, please give them a big applause. And also, please, a big applause for the moderation. You guys did a really awesome work. Thank you, guys. And as sadly, Sarah, you won't join us for the finals. But really, really thank you for your awesome work. And yeah, with that, wish you a good night. Thank you, guys.
So, unfortunately, you have to still see me on the final, but I hope we will have fun together. Don't forget to sign up for Grow. We will be posting on our social media. Thanks for being here. Thanks for joining us live or already in Good Spaces. And have a nice evening.
Bye.
Bye.